flying. Shell running down a dream. Never would come to me. Working on a mystery.
Oh, what a beautiful day it is. The sun's shining, and the Bombers play tonight. The Bombers are back tonight. This is the Bomber Buzz on Classic Hits 101.7 and streaming live at KTLO.com and the Bomber Sports Network. Glad you're here with us today. We have a great show. Kai Bickford from UCA running cross country and track. He's going to be calling in here in just a little bit. I may sound just a little strange today, or maybe just a little off, but it's pretty close to fine now. I had a dental procedure by our good friend Dr. Brad Coleman at North Arkansas Dental Group. This is not this is not an advert, by the way. This is just me giving a small shout out. He's awesome. He's as good as he is as a football announcer. He's an even better dentist, which says a lot. But he got me taken care of, and the mouth of the voice of the Bombers is in good shape again. So shout out to Brad. You'll hear him and the rest of the crew tonight. Tobias is on vacation, so that's we might get a call in from him tonight, but it should be a good show today and should be a good game tonight against the Rolla Bulldogs. That's an out-of-state opponent. That's our second opponent against the state of Missouri this year. We defeated West Plains a couple weeks ago pretty handily, and then we took care of the Goblins in Harrison, and we're off to a really good start to the football season. A couple of other things going on. First day, it's just a practice round, so they're going to get they're going to be able to see the course if they haven't seen it before. Is the 24th. Our boys and girls will be participating in that. Good luck to them. Then right around the corner is state, and not far from now, I mean, our fall sports, that's going to be the first one to come to an end, and then I believe cross country will be coming up Monday night. It is pink out night in the hangar as the Lady Bomber volleyball team, who is just excellent at home. They had number 9 in the state, the Brooklyn Bearcats, on the ropes, and then they finally realized they were the number 9 team in the state, and they ended up beating us. But it was one of the better volleyball matches I've seen played in the hangar. It was 2 high-level teams, and it really could have gone either way, and that was a good non-conference test for our girls. I mean, it's prepared them for conference because they know that team that they played, they would compete at the top, if not win the 5A East if they were on this side. I mean, I shouldn't say they would run away with it, but I mean, us and Valley View and the Patriots of Marion, who we'll see on Monday night, all are high-level teams. Even Greene County Tech has a lot of talent along with Batesville. It's a really solid volleyball conference since we've moved east instead of being over in the west. So that's a fun dynamic. Come on out, wear your pink. We're going to get started that afternoon. It is, again, pink out night. Spike for a cure. It's always a great night. The Lady Bombers are going to wear their pink uniforms. If you haven't come to a volleyball match, you need to come to one. This is the one to come to. This is a high-level match, 2 teams that are fighting for a conference championship. I mean, Marion, they're undefeated right now. Lady Bombers are a game and a half essentially behind them. So it would be nice to have a big home crowd there to cheer on the Lady Bombers in what should be a very big match. Now, the big thing tonight at the Bomber football game, it is youth football night. We're going to honor all of our Bomber Youth Football League players from 3rd through 6th grade. They have 2 teams in each grade, the blue and the gold team. Those will be honored during the game. And then the next day in the morning, the gold teams will be home against Thayer. So come on out. We'll have that on the Bomber Sports Network for you if you can't make it out. But it should be a good morning of football. Call it an appetizer for what's a big Saturday of football, not only with the college football slate, but with that. And, you'll get your football fix. You get your high school football Friday night, your youth football Saturday morning, your college on Saturday, and then the NFL basically the next 2 days. So come on out. If you're a football person, come on out, support the Bombers of tomorrow today. Well, I see the phone line lighting up. We're going to take a short little break. Kai Bickford's going to join us on the other side of the break, talk some cross-country and track from UCA. We're going to take a break. This is the Bomber Buzz on Classic Hits 101.7.
Somewhere there's a river rushing through the woods while someone rushes through their day. There's a mountain looking up at the sky while someone looks down at their phone. A trail waiting to be walked while someone waits for a latte. This world is full of somewheres waiting for someone just like you. So go see yours at 154 National Forests and 20 Grasslands. And to learn more, visit nationalforest.org. The National Forest Foundation. See your somewhere.
Back here on Classic Hits 101.7, we're getting you ready for kickoff against the Rolla Bulldogs. Again, we haven't played them in the history of our school, at least in our documented history. I'm joined over the phone from Conway, Arkansas, former Bomber himself and current UCA Bear, Kai Bickford. Kai, what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, you're riding the meat of cheese in a cross-country season.
Oh, yeah, I am.
How's that
We are
going?
getting started. It's going well. I am coming back from an injury, and I am racing in 2 weeks at next Saturday.
Where's that at?
Chili Pepper at Fayetteville.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
So you had a little bit of a setback last year. How was that? How was that rehab and that process?
Oh, it was really long. I took 13 weeks off running, just in a boot, and got cleared to finally run. And it's been a process. It's been a lot. It's been mentally straining, but tried to stay as positive as I could. And now it's paying off. I'm able to run, and it's been well. It's been good.
That's good. That's always difficult, regardless of anything small. Even if it's something small, I mean, something like that could linger. But glad you're doing good.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I kind of want to go back when you were in high school. So I know you settled on UCA. You love that place over there.
Oh, yeah.
What was that recruiting process like? Because I know you had a bunch of schools you were talking to and a bunch that sent you stuff. And when did you start to get a lot of what you were?
Yeah. So I started getting recruited my summer of before my senior year. Ouachita Baptist was the first university to reach out to me. They talked to me first, and then I just slowly started getting more and more schools, just like A-State. I had Lamar. I had there's another one I can't really remember at the moment. It was SFA was that one, and then I had some other smaller schools reach out to me, and was really set on Arkansas State at first. I heard that UCA got a new coach, and he reached out to me, and I was like, why not? Give it a chance. Central Arkansas, it's not that far. It's about 2.5 hours away. And I fell in love with it as soon as I got here. Loved the coach, loved the team, everything about it. And I as soon as I got it, it took me a week to figure out that's where I wanted to go, and I committed, and the stress just was right off my shoulders. I was able to do everything else stress-free. I'm so glad I picked it. It's been great so far.
It's been fun to keep up. I mean, we've sent a lot of track and field athletes and cross country runners. It seems like all over the Midwest. I mean, I would say that our cross country program here at Mountain Home it's one of the best, if not the best, in Arkansas.
Yep, I completely agree with you. They have changed that program into a dominant. I mean, we're the best in 5A, have been the best in 5A for years now. And, I mean, we could compete with any school, I feel like. I mean, Coach Norris, Coach Peveril, who just retired, had that program looking really, really good. And they're still looking great, looking to grab another state championship this year. It's looking really good.
Yeah, they just started their season last week. They had the Bomber Open on Thursday, and I every time I get results or I just wait on that phone call. I'm like, all right, what state record did we break, or how close are we to that? Because I remember I think it was one race last year where it was a bunch of loaded competition. They finished like first, second, third, sixth, seventh. I think they got all but the top 10 and the guys that they had running. Now you could only take the top 5 scores and whatever it was.
Right.
But, I mean, it wasn't like we were running against just small schools or people that hadn't ran before. It was like schools out of Springfield, North Central Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas. So it's good to see that program along with you also run track at UCA, and that's it's very similar, I would imagine. You know, cross country running along with track and field, they kind of go. It seems like if you run cross country, you also do track.
Yeah.
So it's not like if you're playing, football and basketball in college. Right. But how much do those sports differ, at least at the college level, just from a preparation standpoint and just what you have to do?
No, for sure. They are different, 100%. I mean, you got your cross country where you have to do high mileage and you race longer, you race farther, you have to run longer, you have to do more like on your feet stuff. You gotta be able to go out and run a long tempo run, which is just a faster, longer run. You got to be able to do that. But for track, you have to be able to have some speed under you, because the longest race in track, I mean, it's still a 10K, but I mean, for me, for example, I'm a mile 800 guy. I don't have to worry about that. I have to work on my speed. It's a lot different. It's instead of like going out and running 10 miles one day, I'll have to do like 5 and some speed work. It's different. The prep is a lot different, but definitely enjoy both sides of it. I would not want to do just one, for sure.
So the thing that I've always wondered, and it's different with everybody.
Yep.
When you how did you first discover, like, hey, I could do pretty well in cross country, and when did you decide, at what age, that, you know, I want to do cross country, I want to do basketball? When did you decide you want to do all this?
Yeah. So I started running in 6th grade, and I ran a race no, it wasn't West Plains. It was actually in Willow Springs, and I ended up winning the race as a 6th grader, and it was a 7th and 8th grade race. And my coach at the time basically told me that, like, you better stay in this. Like, I know you do a bunch of other things, but I need you to stay and run. But I decided that I wanted to run and do basketball in 9th grade. I was also playing baseball at the time, and it was too much. Baseball was a little too slow for me. I love the sport still. It was just a little too slow for me. And but yeah, I picked running around an oval instead of playing baseball. But I picked basketball and track, because it's the same season. And I picked those, but I decided that I wanted to run at the next level my junior year of high school. I was still caught up. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, maybe I should go play basketball at like a junior college and just have fun with that. Or and then I was like, well, maybe I should go good running year. I want to run and just have basketball as my like fun other sport to take my mind off running. But that's kind of where I made the decision.
So you mentioned playing basketball. Do you think, just as an athlete yourself, now this isn't speaking for everyone, do you think it's good to have that second or that third sport to kind of take your mind off of what your, quote, main sport is, you know, your main one being track and cross country? Do you think it's good to have something like that?
100%. I mean, I think me being able to just like go do standpoint, but also a physical standpoint, I was able to get my I mean, yes, I was still moving, but I was able to work other muscles. I was able to go sprint and not work my long twitch muscles, and then once I got back out of the track, I got to use my long twitch muscles again. I think doing both really benefited me in high school, mentally and physically. It was definitely a blessing in disguise, I feel like.
It definitely sounds like it. So you ran for Coach Norris in cross country. Who there's a bunch of coaches in track, but was Coach Shagnon was the head coach when you were running, and then of course you played for Josh Fulcher. Tell me about all three of their coaching styles and how they helped you and how they were different or even similar at the same part.
Yeah. So I was coached by Shagnon and Coach Goodwin before he became the principal at the high school. Both of them were amazing. I didn't have to really get coached under them because they were more of jumping, but they were our head coach. I was still coached under Norris, but they were amazing people. I mean, I loved being around them. They were amazing. They were amazing with the team. They always brought the team together. No matter what. I mean, it could have been a rainy, crappy day, and they were always positive about going out and working. Coach Fulcher, I mean, I love that dude. He's awesome. Him and Coach Morris both. I couldn't have asked for better basketball coaches through high school. They were so positive for me wanting to run, and even though they probably hated it sometimes, but they definitely were very positive, very encouraging. They wanted me to do both. And then in basketball, if I wanted a day off or if I wanted to just sit back and watch, they were okay with it. They knew that running was my priority at the time, and I will never thank them enough for that. That was amazing. And I got Coach Norris my sophomore year of high school. I had Coach Blades my freshman year. Coach Blades moved on to Lake Hamilton, but Coach Norris, I mean, he moved in and immediately made an impact on me. if I didn't have Coach Norris, I don't think I would have became a runner. He really, really was an inspiration to me. His work ethic alone, and just wanting to get to know us and not just coach us was the big thing with him. He wanted to go run with us. He wanted to make sure we were doing okay. He was just, and then he was an inspiration for me. He was young. He could relate with us. He could still run with us, and it was just great. It was he is such a great dude. If everybody could run for him, I would recommend it. He's amazing. He makes the sport fun. And I know that's silly, cross country running. I mean, that's not fun, but he makes it fun. He's a great dude. I have nothing but good things to say about all 4 or 5 of my coaches I've ever had. But yeah, Coach Norris is definitely my inspiration to wanting to run at the next level.
Yeah, I know you mentioned it, said, oh, it's really fun to run with Coach Norris. I don't think I would find it as fun. That's just me. That's for different taste. But as much as I've talked to him about cross country and just running, and plus I went to school with him, and I knew he's exactly the same dude. And I knew even then he was like state championship caliber runner, college runner. He was a mule rider. But how much did playing for a coach like that or running for a coach like that has been at that level and knows what to do and what it takes to be great, how much did that help?
Helped a lot, because as soon as I told him, like, this is what I wanted to do, he was like, all right. And he got me to the next level. I didn't run during the winter because I was playing basketball. As soon as I got back into his hands, he knew exactly what I needed to do to get back into shape. And I played catch up, and he was completely okay with that. He liked that I was still engaged and I played catch up, but him having that knowledge of being a past college runner, he knew what it took. He was very, what's the word? He was very gifted in that aspect. He just knew what to do, and he got me into shape really quick and helped me get to where I wanted to be. I mean, as a runner and as a person. I mean, he just having that knowledge was a blessing.
I mean, he's been awesome for our cross-country program. He's a great dude to talk to, and he's, again, like you said, he's got our program to one of the premier programs in the Midwest.
For sure. 100%.
So I wanted to ask you about, again, this is going back to the days.
So,
say it's a day or two before a cross-country meet. How differently would you prepare?
That's basically, that's more than a 5K. So you got to prep very similar. Basketball, same thing. You're running up and down the whole time. If you're playing or not, you got to run. You're moving. You're doing a lot of different things. You got to prep the same way. Prep mentally and physically. Not just eating. You got to prep mentally. Big thing for me was imagining what I was going to do for those next few days before I raced or before I went and played. I like to sit and imagine of like what every scenario could happen and what the best scenario would be. Like game planning. I game planned a lot. I was a big game planner before I went and ran and went and played basketball. I like to be very, very professional with that type of thing.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's different. I've talked to a bunch of guys. They go from let's say football or basketball to baseball. That preparation's different. It's like Brantley Phillips.
100%.
I was talking to him. He's saying he preps for a football game differently than he does if he knows he's going to pitch the next day.
Yeah, right. 100%. You have to.
So you have a fellow bomber over there at UCA now. William Hill's up there.
Yep.
First of all, how's he doing? And is it nice to have someone that from before UCA up there that you've trained with and you've practiced with up there?
Oh yeah, he's doing great. He's enjoying it a lot right now. But it's been nice to have a familiar face for sure. I came up here alone as the only freshman class for the men's side of the team. No familiar faces, nobody I knew other than a couple people that came with me from school. But having him up here has been really nice. Just a familiar face, someone that I've known since a little kid, has been great. And being able to put on a jersey together again and be Bears together is awesome. It's a dream come true for sure to have an ex-teammate come run with you and have the same jersey on as you. It's awesome.
You ever keep up with any other guys that are running, or even a Marcy that's at UCA or any of our runners?
Yeah. I see Marcy a lot at some of our meets. She's running at Little Rock now, so we race against Little Rock a lot. I'll see her, and I'll talk to her for a little bit. And I've talked to Jacob Payette over at A-State. I've talked to Whit Lawrence. I was in his wedding not too long ago.
That's right.
Him and Emily, and I talked to them. But that's about it. I don't talk to very many others around here.
So is Josie Weaver still the coach there?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
How's playing for him?
Oh, it's great. I mean, he's the best coach I could ask for. He's a lot like Norris, and that's why I liked him a lot. He coaches similar. He is a similar person to him. Just an overall great dude. I couldn't ask for to come into someone as family oriented and as personable as him. I couldn't ask for anything better.
The other thing I was just curious about,
Mm-hmm.
when you go from the high school to the college level in anything, and I've talked to Robert Dover about this at SEMO. He's getting redshirted. Dewey's at Oakwood, and you go over there and you almost feel like average when you're used to being like the dude.
Right.
How's that transition, and does a lot of that process change of how you train and anything when you go from high school to college?
Oh yeah, that process was so different. I mean, you go from high school and being like, no, I'm not saying like the guy, but you go from being one of the guys that everybody knows and everybody hears about, and you come up to a big school and it's basically like starting over. It's like starting in sixth grade again. You're running out. I'm running and playing catch up. The training is different. You have to put more of a stress on your body, more of a load on your body. I mean, I went from running in top of races to getting 80th to 100th, if not lower in races. And that's not mentally, but also physically draining. I mean, it's a lot of different. I mean, I've never ran behind so many people, but I love it. It's a new challenge for me. I can go and try to become better because hopefully one of these days maybe one of these days I'll get there, but it's definitely it's different. You have to prep differently. You have to run a little bit more. You have to, I mean, like everything, you have to practice a little bit more in basketball.
Oh,
yeah. You gotta prep a little bit different in football.
You have a couple meets coming up preseason in college. Is it roughly the same length as in high school?
It does. It goes a little bit longer, and we don't have as many meets. We'll race a couple meets, and then we'll have breaks in between. We'll have training blocks. So we'll race here in this next 2 weeks, and we'll have a 3-week training block, and then we'll race again. And usually we go race on courses that we're going to see in postseason. So we'll go to race at Texas A&M, which is a meet that we will go race on later in the postseason.
That's where your regional is at, isn't it?
Yep, that's where regionals is at. Yep. And then we'll race and the course we're about to go to that our team's going up to in Missouri. That's the national course for 2 years from now. So we like to go race at courses like that. But yeah, you get longer training periods, shorter. You don't get shorter meets, you get less meets. But yeah.
Yeah, I got you, because it just came up. You're going to run in Missouri in about 2 weeks or so. You got A&M, like you said, then the A-Sun Championship. So it's a long season, like lengthwise, but not competition-wise.
Nope, it's a lot of training. But for track, it's a lot of racing, not as much training. You race a lot more in track because we'll start in December and race. It's a long season, and we don't need to be racing that as much in cross country. But yeah.
Well, Kai, man, I appreciate this conversation, dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to, we have a lot of coaches on here. We had Coach Daves, Coach King, Coach Airy, but, we're trying to bring alumni back, talk a little bit about how their journey's going, current athletes. I mean, it's fun to hear that perspective, because they'll see you run up here, Mountain Home, and then playing basketball, but I don't want to say like they won't keep up with you, but they'll just kind of forget. I mean, until you get, you were A-Sun runner of the week, but it's fun to see that just transition, because it's still the same dude, just you're not in blue and gold, you're in a shade of purple.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's definitely different. Hopefully they can learn something from me for today.
We gonna catch you at a basketball game or something this fall or winter?
Oh, for sure. I'll be back down. I have a lot of weekends where I can come, so for sure.
Awesome. We'll catch you there. We have kickoff coming up at 7 o'clock. The Bombers are taking on Rolla. You don't know anything about this game, but do you have a score prediction for us?
Oh, I got Bombers, of course.
Okay. Now I will tell you, Coach Airy has said that they are probably the fastest team that we've played so far.
Okay.
So, I mean, they got, as you know, speed is hard to cover.
Speed is hard to cover, for sure. I got us winning by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, I like it. 2
touchdowns.
That's a safe bet. We were off last week, so we're knocking the rust off. But that's a good bet. That's about what I thought.
Yep, 2 touchdowns. I like it. Yeah.
Kai, I appreciate the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, man. That was Kai Bickford joining us on the phone from UCA. Tell us about his track and field travels. We're going to take a short little break, and then we're going to give you a little preview of tonight's game between the Mountain Home Bombers and the Rolla Bulldogs. This is the Bomber Buzz on Classic Hits 101.7.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Back here on Classic Hits 101.7, it's the Bomber Buzz. We're so close to kickoff against the Rolla Bulldogs. Again, you still got time to get over to Bomber Stadium. Should be a good one tonight. Brad Coleman and the crew are going to have the call for you. You can watch us on the Bomber Sports Network. And I talked to Coach Airy just a little bit. He said that, man, they got some speed. Rolla's got some speed. This is going to be the fastest team that we've played so far, and I believe it. He's been pretty spot on. He said that Harrison's offensive line was pretty good, and that's what kept them in the game over there. He said West Plains, it'll be a dogfight, but we just ended up playing better on that Friday night, and thankfully we came out with 2 victories. We've played a solid schedule so far. We had CAC in the not the non-conference, the benefit game. That was a good game. The varsity portion was good. We signed them up for a benefit game. Now, they had a lot more talent. They had a lot of the team leave to go all around the state with school choice and everything. So it wasn't the team that we had expected to see, but it's still a team that's going to compete at their classification. Then we saw West Plains. We hope to continue that battle of the border rivalry for many years to come. We get to keep that trophy. And then, of course, for the second year in a row, we defeated the Harrison Goblins over at Harrison. That is a tough place to win. Any sport, baseball, basketball, soccer, anything. It's difficult. They should have a very solid season, I think. I think they'll make the playoffs still. And I expect big things for our Bombers as well. You know, they have their final test of non-conference against Rolla, a team that, again, we don't know just a whole lot about because we've never played them, but we know a few teams that have played them. But it's hard to tell year in, year out how that's going to go. And then we have Fort Smith Southside the next week, and then we're in the thick of things in 6A West play. It's going to be a fun next couple of months to see how Bomber football goes. You can catch all of it on Classic Hits 101.7 and the Bomber Sports Network or mhbombersports.com. Keep up to date with all things Bomber athletics. If you haven't downloaded the app, you need to. You really need to. It's a great app. It looks great. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but it's about that time. We're going to send it over to the stadium. Brad Coleman and crew will have the call for you the rest of the night. This has been this week's edition of the Bomber Buzz. We want to thank our guest, Kai Bickford, and we want to thank you for listening. This has been the Bomber Buzz.
I was flying, jet running down a dream, never would come to me, working on a mystery, going wherever it leads.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you would do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent James Boyette will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you would do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent James Boyette in Mountain Home today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
FNBC is excited to announce their new Sapphire Plus checking account. Earn 4% annual percentage yield on up to $20,000 by simply using your debit card 15 times and receiving a direct deposit each statement cycle. You'll also earn 1% APY on funds above $20,000. Stop by one of their convenient locations or visit fnbc.us for more information. You and FNBC, better together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Terms and conditions apply.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is football time in Mountain Home. We are here at Bombers Stadium as your Mountain Home Bombers are set to take on the Bulldogs from Rolla, Missouri. We've had a long break and a bye week that has been there, and we are back with football back in Mountain Home. It's been raining a little bit. Seats are now dry. Fans are piling in. I am Brad Coleman. I'm going to be here with you tonight on the call. We've got Barkley Terry that has joined us. He was here last week and 2 weeks ago. Sorry, Barkley.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago down at Harrison.
1 week work, got a week off.
That's right. Then we got Russ Rawls join us. Dr. Rawls of our piece, and that is Tobias Pugsley. Tobias is out this week on a family vacation, and we're going to miss him dearly, but we're going to try to catch up with him and see how his vacation's going here in a little bit, maybe. But no, great night to be back, guys. So glad to have. We got Dylan Conley running the ship over there, the pilot on Bomber Sports Network. He's right across the deal from us here. Got our cockpit cam as usual, and Matt Sharp back at the station producing. The whole team's here, just missing Tobias. But guys, what a great night for football. Barkley, Russ, glad to have you guys.
I'm glad to be here. Man, that rain swooped in earlier. I thought it was going to be a bad night, and here we got blue skies, and it looks like a Chamber of Commerce day out here. Took a little bit of heat out of the air.
It did. So you're in the Southern Construction Roofing Company pregame show. Here's the Mountain Home Bombers, who are at 2-0, are set to take on the Rolla Bulldogs that are 2-1 on the year. Kind of a new rivalry, Russ, something that we hadn't seen, a new team this year.
Yeah, I didn't pay real close attention. This is the first time we've ever played Rolla. Not sure about that, but yeah, Dylan's telling us, yeah. So this, a couple hours north of here, halfway to St. Louis, you got the Rolla Bulldogs, who are, 2-1 coming into this contest, and from the looks of it, their numbers may be a little down from ours, but size-wise, they got some good-looking kids over there.
Yeah, it looks like a team that, last year they were 3-7. Coach Derek Heflin is a new coach, second-year coach, kind of took over the program, tried to build that program from the ground up, but a team that, hey, they were were 3-7 last year, lost in their divisional rounds. They do playoffs a little bit different in Missouri than we do here in Arkansas, but they have a divisional round. They lost in the first round of that, but already they've got 2 wins, and last year they only had 3. So, it's a program that's starting to believe that maybe they can do some things.
Yeah, I think they've obviously got to feel good about where they're at. They're already close to their win total from last year, and they're going to be hungry to come down here into Arkansas and get a win here tonight.
So looking at the atmosphere, it's nice to be home after having a break, going over to Harrison. The Bombers, a game in which, Barkley, you were there.
Yeah.
Felt like the Bombers kind of dominated that whole game. You never really felt like any point of time during that this was a game that the Bombers were going to lose control of. And they seemed to play pretty safe during that game.
Yeah, I felt like they came out during that Harrison game and got a few kinks worked out and really settled in. It was a war in the trenches. And eventually, through a lot of the running and different things that we did, but it never felt in question, Brad. It never felt like the game was going to slip out of our fingers.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's almost like we took over that early fumble as a 30-14 win, but took over that early fumble off the kickoff when Harrison gave us the ball there on the 7 or 8 yard line or 15 yard line, and Brantley took it in one play later for a touchdown. But almost like we took that right there and just grabbed the game and said, hey, we're not going to make mistakes that's going to allow Harrison to come back and beat us.
Yeah, I know we were in the press box. Russ, you were on the field. It felt like the momentum shifted right at that moment in that Harrison game.
Oh, yeah. Kicking game's always a big momentum changer, especially with a turnover. And you don't see that many turnovers on the opening kickoff. You definitely don't see many people get hit in the face with the ball. But
no.
Actually, from my vantage point, I wasn't even sure that what happened. But, no, that was huge. And it kind of felt like we took that momentum and built on it. I still think our offense has some room for improvement, especially running the ball, and hopefully we'll get back on track again tonight.
Yeah, and that's, it's always nice being home. Both you guys, you played football. We've all been around the sport. Just to be able to be on the road and then to get back in front of your home crowd. It's been a little bit of a crazy week. We had some I guess, threats, to the school, and then some were in school, some were not. I asked Coach Airy a little bit about that and what they thought. And as a team, what did that do to your team? And he's like, actually, the distraction might be something we can look at that kind of drew us back together. He said, we came off a big win at Harrison. We were really high. We're emotional high. And then all of a sudden we have all this going on. And we had to have some real conversations with some of our players. And we had to have some sit downs. And, some kids were able to come to school and didn't come to school. And then we had to say, okay, what's your priorities? And football is here. And when we get back, let's focus on these things. And let's be glad to be playing the game that we are. And he said it kind of re-energized us and refocused us as we're moving forward. So we're going to take a quick break. You're in the Southern Construction pregame show. Southern Construction Roofing Company, Jared Forbes and family-owned construction roofing company that's here. They did a roof for me.
Yeah.
Jared just got back on a big trip, right?
He took his boy on a little elk hunt up to Idaho. They drove the whole way 2 days back, and man, he killed a trophy.
Oh, that's awesome. Love to have that hometown. Forbes does. Guys, you can also check us out on the text line. Love hearing from you guys. Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line. They're located in Mountain Home in Fayetteville. The number's 870-321-6839. Hit us up on the text line. Let us know where you're watching from. We try to get those in. But we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Are you building a new house? Not sure where your property lines are? Strider Consulting can help. They are a civil engineering and land surveying firm located at 142 South College Street in Mountain Home. With over 23 years in the business, Strider Consulting has the experience and expertise to bring your project to life. Visit strider.consulting to see the full list of services and request your quote today. Strider Consulting is a proud supporter of the Mountain Home Bombers Athletics. Strider Consulting, engineering of the future.
Tired of paying that high cable or satellite service bill every month? Or what about paying for multiple streaming services and have to switch between apps to get everything you want? Brad's Home Entertainment has your solution. All your networks, weather, news, sports, and entertainment in one box. Pay yearly programming and it breaks down to as little as $35 per month. Thousands of channels at your fingertips. That's at Brad's Home Entertainment, home of Big Box Brad. Call or come by to see for yourself. 877-492-0700 or BigBoxBrad.com.
We are back here at Bomber Stadium as your Mountain Home Bombers are set to take on the Rolla Bulldogs tonight. You're in here with us with the Southern Construction Roofing Company pregame show as we get the table set on this beautiful night for the Mountain Home Bombers to take on these Rolla Bulldogs. You know, tonight's game is it's one that we hadn't played on before. We talked about that a little bit, but it's your last game that you're going to have as Barkley Terry and Russ Rawls join me here. It's the last game you have before conference season starts. Having that bye week super early in the season, you know, ideally you kind of want that a little bit later if you can get that just to rest up. But you know, we're just talking. This is one of those games, the last kind of non-conference game to kind of put some things together, and then the grind starts. And so how important is it for us to come out tonight and do some good things?
Russ?
I think it's very important. I mean, we were just talking in the break about our conference, that there's really no slouches in our conference. There's nobody you look on there and go, that's a W. We're going to win that by 3 touchdowns. So you're going to have a lot of work left ahead of you in these games to finish out the year. So you need to take a non-conference opponent like Rolla tonight and work on the little things. They're going to set you up for success as we get into that conference schedule.
I agree. I mean, you've got to take this opportunity at a team that you hope to beat, a team you want to be competitive, but to fine-tune and work out all those kinks before you get into this gauntlet. They are playing in what is like the SEC of Arkansas high school football. They have got a very, very difficult slate looking them in the face in late September and October.
Yeah, so Mountain Home is one of those teams, and you kind of worry about what conference are we in, where do we sit, what do we do. We are one of those teams that we are 5A in all other sports. Now, we can get into, we're 5A East in some sports, we're 5A West in some sports, but we're 5A in every other sport except for football. And they do this for competitiveness so that they can try to keep the travel down in some of the other sports, but for us, it doesn't matter. We travel everywhere anyways. But we are in 6A West in football. Now, 6A West is one of the toughest conferences in Arkansas. I think you hit that nail on the head. It really is. There's 7A, which is a bigger conference than us, but to be honest, there's some teams in 7A that were weaker,
right,
that were there, that you can kind of beat a little bit in there, and you know that you look at, you're like, they're maybe not as strong, they just have the numbers. So in the 6A West, the way that it basically breaks down this year, you know, we thought we were lucky. We got Little Rock Christian out, we got PA out, but here we go. We got Fort Smith Southside this year, as well as Shiloh Christian. And for what we're seeing, guys, the way that it's kind of set up, we've got Greenwood, who looks 2 to 3 touchdowns better than everybody in conference.
Yeah. 3 plus.
3 plus. They are wrecking shop on people. They have a team that is really, really, really good. You don't have to beat them but once, but they're going to be tough to beat. Then in our conference, you got Siloam Springs. Siloam Springs is a program that is up on kind of the rise a little bit, but they're kind of lower end of that.
They've been in the bottom quarter for the last few years.
And it's a team that we went over and handled easily at their place last year, have them at our place this year. Then you've basically got 5 teams in there, 6 teams in there that are in the middle, and Mountain Home included in that could finish anywhere from 2nd to 7th.
Right.
Now there's a big difference. 2nd gets a first round bye, 7th is out of the playoffs, right? And so teams 4, 5, and 6 travel. No, that's not 5 and 6 travel, and teams 3 and 4 host a playoff game, and 1 and 2 get a bye.
Right.
So it's kind of one of those that the Eastern Conference of 6A is over there. They're maybe not as strong top to bottom. Usually in the West, if you get in the playoffs, I think the West went 4-0 first round last year against the East over there. So it's one of those ones that Mountain Home is after this game gonna face a gauntlet, but it's some important games.
Yeah, and Mountain Home wants to build on kind of the little tradition we've started here with playoff. What have we won? 3 or 4 straight years with winning a playoff game, which is awesome. And this year, I think we're hoping to maybe snag that 2nd seed and get a bye, which would give us. That would give us the home game.
In the 2nd round of playoffs. So you don't play the first round. But even if you can get a top 4 seed, 3 or 4, you still get to host a playoff game, which Mountain Home has not done in a long, long time that I can remember.
No, those 4 wins you said all came on the road too.
They did.
Yeah. So I mean that in itself is a testament to where this program's headed, and they've got they can.
You are in the Southern Construction and Roofing Company pregame show. Jared Forbes and they actually put a roof on for me in my office, did an excellent job. They handled, it can be daunting sometimes when you get hail damage or wind damage and trying to deal with insurance and them not want to pay. They helped us out and did an awesome job. Southern Construction, their #1 most trusted local roofing company. You can give them a call at 870-405-2359. I believe I saw Jared and Tasha walk up and get their seats are just right down from us here. They are sitting down there. He's probably showing pictures of his elk he just killed as he's sitting down there. But Southern Construction, a roofing company licensed and insured here in Mountain Home. If you need any roofing needs, they are here to take care of you. We've got another break that we're going to take, and we will be back on the back end of it. We're going to talk a little offense and defense as to what this Mountain Home team is going to be looking to do tonight as we go into this game against Rolla. Once again, you're listening to the Southern Construction Roofing Company pregame show here at Bomber Stadium, and listen to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on YouTube with Bomber Sports Network.
White River Materials has earned a reputation for producing industry-leading high-quality results. They have the experience and equipment to perform each project quickly, safely, and cost-efficiently. Privately owned and operated, White River Materials prides themselves in quality work with the customer's best interest in mind. If you need limestone or concrete products, or someone to do the job correctly the first time, give White River Materials a call today at 425-3431 or 425-4510.
Discover the refreshing difference at Baxter Real Estate Company. While they welcome new faces, their agents are seasoned experts in the realm of real estate, particularly the captivating Twin Lakes area. With a treasure trove of knowledge and years of experience under their belts, their team offers unrivaled guidance to fulfill your property dreams. The area is experiencing a rise in listing inventory. Whether buying or selling, trust their experts to navigate the market with finesse. Baxter Real Estate Company, the Twin Lakes area's best choice for local realtors to help you find that perfect property.
In the Southern Construction Roofing Company pregame show. Guys, don't forget to hit us up on the text line, Hopper and Termite Pest Control text line located in Mountain Home and Fayetteville. Number's 870-321-6839. Let us know where you're watching tonight's game from. We're going to try to keep up with those text messages. We got some awesome ones the last few weeks, and we love being able to keep it real with everybody, and during the Bomber game keeps it fun for all of us as well. But guys, tonight, once again, we've talked about Rolla, we've talked about kind of things to come, but what lies ahead of us tonight, defensive-wise? What do our defense have to look at here with this Rolla team?
Based on what I had a conversation with Coach Area. He said they're a run-heavy team. He expects them to continue that, to run the ball. We're going to have to get physical at the trenches. We're going to have to win that line of scrimmage battle and get in their backfield. And we've shown in the past that that's not a problem for us. I expect them, coming off a bye, it always seems like it takes a little bit to get going, but I expect them to win those trench battles.
Yeah, Rolla runs a little bit of a different offense. They just kind of run that wing T triple option, going to send guys in motion. Our defense is going to have to be very disciplined on the front end and watch. I think I was listening a little bit, watching game film, and the defensive line is going to have their eyes on a certain thing, and they're going to draw the quarterback at one time and run it back some. How tough is it to face teams like that, Russ, when you don't see that, and honestly, may not see that again this year?
It's very tough. That's why I don't know if Georgia Tech still does it, but they used to be. Georgia Tech and Army and Air Force, they used to do that because you can slip up on some people if they're not disciplined. Just what you said, the defensive end has to know who his key is. The linebacker knows who he scrapes over in his next key. And you've got to be disciplined because you're like, I'm going to get the quarterback. If that's not your guy, next thing you know, house call,
Yeah, so who in tonight's game, I talked with Coach Area, and we look at the Harrison game a little bit. We'll go over some stats there to Barkley that's there. But, Hunter Estes had a great game. I was talking with Coach Area after that, and I said, man, Hunter Estes, lots of tackles. And I think they had him at 17 because they counted half tackles and partial tackles and things like that. We had him, I think, 12 or somewhere in there. But he said he should have had a big game. The scheme that we put up, we knew that our big guys up front were going to eat up blocks, and he was going to have to come up. If he didn't have a big game,
we lose.
We're gonna lose that game. And so, who in this type of offense do we look for to make the tackles, and who's going to key on? What's your thoughts?
I'm all about, you got to set that edge. You got the Setzer boys out there. They have to control that edge. I'm assuming if they're running like this, now they're a big line. They may be a downhill run between the tackle team, but I'm sure they got some speed, guys. Set that edge, funnel them back in the middle, let your linebackers work.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to have Dunlap set up, whether he's going to play to the strong side or to the field, but if they're going to be a run-heavy team, he's probably going to have a big night, and he should. He's a great player. He's one of our best players, so I think watch him tonight to be big as well.
So you're saying defensive line going to eat up blocks and let him fire through gaps and kind of be that guy that does that. I agree with you there. I think that's one side of. And that it's weird saying this from Mountain Home because I don't know that I've said this in a long time. We might have the speed. We might have the advantage in speed here with our linebackers and D-line and some of those guys. And we've always been the one that's kind of underneath that and chasing speed. And we might have the speed advantage. And I don't know that they're going to be able to deal with some of the speed we have maybe in the back end.
Well, if you look at our team and you start looking at our top players, a lot of them are in that defensive backfield. The corners. You got Barrett and Dawson, Palmer, and Cheney. I mean, that's four of your best players on the whole team, and they're there in the backfield, and they can all run pretty good. So I agree with you. I don't know how much that'll come into play if they're not going to throw the ball as much, but all those guys are going to have to come up and make tackles as well.
So flipping to the other side of the ball, as we're here on a Southern Construction and Roofing Company pregame show, the offensive side of the ball. I don't know much about what defense. I think Barkley, you said you talked with Coach Airy a little bit about that. He kind of gave us some insight as to what we might see defensively from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he said they've ran 3 different styles of defensive fronts and sets, and it just varies based on the offense that they're seeing that week. It's very fluid, and he said, it may take us a little bit to settle in and figure out what they're trying to run, but we just got to block. We got to block, and when you get the ball in your hands, you got to get the yards you can get. He wasn't very confident on what they'd come out in tonight, but definitely confident in his ability and the offensive team's ability to get down the field and score touchdowns.
And I know with Coach Ackland, he knows he's got a stable full of backs back there. He's got, like you said, Russ earlier, but he's got Dawson Dunlap, he's got Chenoweth, he's got Brantley that can run the ball, and then he's got Barrett Miller. So you got 4 all different types of back, and this is a game. Let's be honest. With Rolla, you put game film in, you put study in, but this is not like a team you see all the time, and I don't know that they're going to be able to account for all 4 of those guys, but I think I looked up for Mountain Home to kind of pick what running back is working against this defense. Do we need the speed jet guy? Do we need the physical guy and Dunny, or do we just need the patient guy in Cheney?
And I think that's the formula for the whole year. We've got 3 above average backs, and we've proven through the first 2 games we want to be a run-first offense, and we want to figure out how to get the ball going on the ground, and then we'll be opportunistic in the air. So far, it's 2-0 with that scheme, but I think you'll see the same sort of thing tonight, and I think we're going to have a big night on the ground.
Looking at Rolla a little bit, they are a kind of a smaller team. They got 16 seniors, 16 juniors, and 22 sophomores. Once again, I think it's a program that is on the rise, that is trying to build itself, and it's one that Mountain Home, you feel like needs to come out and kind of show their dominance of. I don't know that I wouldn't let Brantley throw the ball a little bit and just kind of get something on film to show, hey, you know what? We're not just going to ground and pound. We can throw that over. Is there in football? I know, like in basketball, you want to show them everything you got. Like if you can game plan for the 15 different sets we're going to have and the 4 different defenses, go for it. You don't have that much time. Is football that way, or do you want to kind of keep things close to the vest a little bit?
I think it's a little of both. All the teams I used to play for, every week we would put in 2 or 3 new plays. So there'd be something no way they had seen because we just put them in this week, maybe even 4. Not that you'd always use them, but I think to your point, they need this. Brantley needs experience, okay, which means he needs to throw the ball more. We know he can run it, and we want him to run it when it's time. But this might be a good night, as you said, for him to get some experience throwing the ball, reading that coverage, and figuring out where to go with the football.
Russ, back when me and you were playing, the coaches were driving halfway across state to exchange film. Now they can just 2 clicks of a mouse and they're watching the game. I got to believe you hold a little bit back, but I think you're right. Brantley's only had 24 pass attempts on the season. I mean, the completion percentage isn't bad at 60%, but I feel like he wants to see that a little more. I mean, he's got a big cannon. He's a tall body. I mean, I can't imagine that he wants to lean over on the run when you got a quarterback with that skill set sitting back there.
Right. Yeah, there's going to be a game that you're going to have to trust Brantley to win it with your arm.
Correct.
I was watching some NFL stuff, and they were talking with some coaches and, Herm Edwards and some of these guys who coach some good players, and they said, look, a quarterback wins you 3 games a year. That's it. Like, if the dudes win you 3 games a year, well, I would think that high school is a little bit different than that, but you might take that down to 1 or 2 games a year. There's going to be 1 or 2 games a year that you're just going to have to say, can you win the game for us, quarterback? Go get it. And I think, let's let him air it out a little bit and see what it looks like. And I think we may see that tonight. Once again, don't know much about this defense, don't know what they do, but I'd like to see if we do, if we take advantage of that.
No, I agree with that. The other side of the coin of that is the quarterback can lose the game too. You throw a couple of picks or a fumble.
That's true.
That's a huge momentum swing.
You're right.
So you got to have confidence in a coach that he can do what you need him to do, but there's no time like tonight to kind of figure some of that out.
Well, we are going to take another quick break from this Southern Construction Roofing Company pregame show. Give Jared a call at 870-405-2359. Obviously, he's watching Brantley close, as that's his son out there watching that, and then Tasha, their kids out there playing, and they do that. It is also Bomber Youth Football Night, so we're going to have a lot of young ones running around. Barkley, I know you're big into that.
Yeah, they're gathering up, ready to walk the team out. I mean, we're expecting 100+ here tonight.
Yeah,
they're going to get introduced at halftime.
They've got their jerseys on. They're making a tunnel out here. The boys are going to walk. What a great experience.
Jersey night for the students. I think I saw Kyrie Irving down there. And
nice.
Amari Cooper. So we got some celebrities in the Jersey night.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. Once again, you've been listening to Southern Construction Roofing Company pregame show. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network. We'll be back shortly.
Water everywhere and not a drop to drink. Well, a healthy, clean, clear Connecticut purified drop of water, that is, right at your fingertips. Connecticut reverse osmosis drinking water. It is very affordable. Never haul another bottle to fill up again, and never worry if the stores are out of water or waste all that plastic. Connecticut, the leader in water treatment. We are ready to serve all your water needs. 45 years as a family business to serve your family as ours. Connecticut, across from Dairy Queen, 425-4167.
Marion County, your local Arvis team is here to help you. Whether you want to open a small business or grow an existing business, we can help. We will also be by your side as you grow your farm or expand your farm equipment. I'm Katie Ratliff, and I'm here to help you turn your dream into a reality. Stop by either branch in Marion County, 802 East Main Street in Flippin, or 105 North Panther Avenue in Yellville to see how my team can assist you.
Loan subject to credit approval. Equal housing lender.
And we are back here in our Southern Construction Roofing Company pregame show. I'm Brad Coleman. We got Barkley Terry on one side, Russ Rawls, the doc, on the other side, as Tobias is out tonight. Guys, atmosphere-wise, and, I was able to talk with Coach Airy. We're going to get him here in a little bit of interview that we're going to get. But atmosphere-wise, what are you guys thinking so far tonight?
I think it's a decent atmosphere. I was just talking that Rolla has so far 18 minutes to kick off. Doesn't have very many fans here, but you're talking about a 2+ hour drive. Maybe they're not used to doing that. Mountain Home. That's be one of the closest games of the year.
Yeah.
But the weather's good. The numbers on the Bomber side looking good. So I think the atmosphere with youth football night is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm expecting a big turnout. They're still funneling in. Everybody's in their seats. This crowd's going to be so energetic tonight. They're ready for these boys to come home. It's been 2 weeks since they've seen football.
It has, and I tell you, the setup that we have, if we can win this game 3-0, sets up a big matchup next week at Fort Smith Southside. That's one of those teams we talked about that really, if you can win that game and get to 4-0, then 2 weeks from now, coming back here, Shiloh Christian, one of the better teams in the conference that's coming in. It could be a fun one, right? It needs to pack this house. It needs to be like Harrison was last year.
Yeah, I agree. I think that a couple of big weeks coming up. Obviously, we got to get the W tonight, but then the next 2 weeks, if you can go 2-0 there, you're sitting in the driver's seat to look really good this year in the 6A West.
Well, I was able to catch up with Coach Airy a little bit before the game and ask him kind of his thoughts on being off in a week away. Let's hear what the coach had to say prior to this game against Rolla.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Airy. Coach, y'all been off a week and back at it finally. Feels probably good to get back on the field. And what are the keys to tonight's game against Rolla?
We're excited to be back. We felt like we got a few extra reps versus Rolla, which feels good. But yeah, we're just excited to be back. We're healthy, we're rested. And when you talk about keys for tonight's game, obviously the number one thing you got to do is take care of the football. Turnover battle is huge. We need to win that. They're gonna pound the rock. Gonna be really good in the box. And then on the offensive scheme of things, we need to pound the rock as well. I mean, it's gonna be a physical game. Most physical team's gonna win, I think. And that's our thing now. We want to be more physical. We want to take care of the football. And I think we can pull this off.
Awesome, Coach. Well, good luck tonight. Get us a W.
All right, thank you.
So that was Coach Airy there before the game talking about the keys to tonight's victory. Russ, when you were thinking through this and, thinking through, okay, Mount Home's playing Rolla. We're back home. Immediately, you've got Will that's out there. I've got Ford that's out there. We're kind of inside of that a little bit in the football program. But in your mind, you're thinking, what has to happen tonight for the Bombers to win this game?
Well, Coach Airy's right. Any time you're playing a game of football, the turnover margin is huge. Did a good job last game, almost said last week, last game against Harrison with no turnovers. So we want to keep that down. And we're designed to run the ball. That's kind of our MO so far, is that we want to run the ball and be opportunistic in the passing game. So I think tonight we're going to come out, establish the run, play good defense up front, like Coach said, in between the trenches, and get a W.
I think that was something you and I both, when Barkley was telling us, which is the stat man, we're going to have to come up with a cool name. Hey, text us your name. Text us a nickname that we got for Barkley over here tonight. On the Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line, they do have locations in Mountain Home and in Fayetteville. That number's 870-321-6839. We've already got a text coming in from Emma Patrick and Priscilla Campbell. They're on their way to Paragould for a softball tournament. So it's pretty awesome there. And got some awesome texts, but hit us up on that Hopper Termite text line. Hey, give us a nickname for Barkley. We need him. You got Himbo on ESPN for those who watch ESPN. We need a name for Barkley, the stat man. But when you told us, hey, we had no turnovers last week. I almost said the same last game against Harrison. When you told us, hey, we had no turnovers, me and Russ both went, wait, what?
No turnovers that I saw. Harrison had one. Of course, we talked about it. It was the changing point of the game. But the stat line, you talked about it, Russ, 70% of your offense is coming on the ground. You're averaging 500 yards a game. 350 of that's coming with your workhorses and those running backs. And I think you continue to lean on that. I mean, you want to see Brantley. We want to see the big ball. It feels good. It makes everybody in the stands. I'm sure Jared and Tosh should be excited about it. But when you have that and that kind of offense, just keep going, keep grinding. They're averaging 4, almost 5 yards a touch. Every time they touch the ball, 5 yards. Well, guess what? If I'm a coach and one of my players in youth football's got 5 yards a touch, we're going to feed him.
Yeah, feed him, right?
Feed him.
I'm with you guys. I think that's what it's going to boil down to tonight is going to be, how do we rotate those backs through there? How do we keep Barrett and Chenoweth and Dawson both? When you got 3 backs that you can do that, you can keep them on the sideline. You got them on defense too, starting to build a little bit more depth that can play behind these guys, but I think that's going to be key moving forward. But I look for the Bombers just to ground and pound tonight. I think that they're going to be physical. Rolla looks like a big team. They look pretty big, but I don't know what speed-wise they're going to look like. It's a team that's rebuilding. I think if you're Mountain Home, you go and just kind of exude your dominance on them and say, hey, we got a senior offensive line.
Yeah, Barkley's right. I mean, it's easy for us to sit up here and go, oh, we need to throw the ball a little more. But when you're a coach, you're there to do one thing, get a win.
Win games, that's right.
So if you're handing it off and getting 5, 6, 7 yards of carry, nobody's worried about throwing it. They're like, get your 5 yards and let's get out of here.
And let's be honest, if you're the other team over there, we saw with our JV team against Highland the other night. Oh, it's demoralizing. You're sitting there and you're making the tackle and you're hitting them at 4 yards or 3 yards, and then they're carrying you to 5, and you look up and every time you're 2nd and 6, 2nd and 3, and all of a sudden you're like, golly, that's
additive through the game. It adds up as the game moves on and takes a toll by the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and choose clock. Choose through the clock. Right. I mean, just in that, when you're trying to put wins on the board, that is not a coach's friend. Right. And the pass game doesn't do that. Every incompletion, it's stopping. So I think there's a gameplay there.
And I think y'all are right. We love to see that. It makes us feel good, right? I want to throw the ball all around the field, but when you can limit possessions, then all of a sudden that it becomes one of those deals that you can win the game. Well, guys, we're going to take one more quick break here on the Southern Construction Roofing Company pregame show. We will be back with our captains, refs, and starting lineups. And hey, we're getting close to kicking this thing off, boys.
Nice.
You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Discover the smile you've always wanted at North Arkansas Dental Group. They're your go-to family-friendly dental experts, ensuring your oral health is their top priority. Open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Fridays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They make dental care convenient for your busy schedule. Experience state-of-the-art facilities at their new location, 2338 Highway 62 West. From routine checkups to cosmetic dentistry, their skilled team is dedicated to providing personalized and comfortable care for all. Schedule your appointment today and let them brighten your smile.
Want to know where you can find great deals on clothing, furniture, home decor, household goods, toys, and more? It's the Salvation Army Thrift Store. Whether you're helping out by donating to the thrift store or by shopping, you're making a real difference in the lives of our neighbors. Stop by the Salvation Army Thrift Store on Highway 201 North in Mountain Home today to find great deals on all of the essentials. That's the Salvation Army Thrift Store, located on Highway 201 North in Mountain Home.
blue jerseys and gold letters trimmed in blue, blue pants. That's new uniforms this year bought by the Gridiron Club. So it's pretty awesome to see the uniforms there. Rolla is in their all white with the maroon letters and looks like white trim. They got their white helmets. Mountain Home does have their white helmets with the fighter pilot on the side, and so that's what you're seeing there. Looks like the official has thrown the coin up. It looks like Rolla has won the toss. We'll see what they're going to do here. Do y'all ever have a preference what you're trying to do?
Always defer.
Always defer?
Yeah.
Even if you had the better offense, you didn't want to score?
I think so. Maybe in a rivalry game or something. There's some outstanding circumstances, though. I think you defer and
that's what's
let
happening.
it play out.
Yeah, that's what happened. Rolla won the toss. They are deferring to the second half. When they defer like that, then Mountain Home gets the option if they want to kick or receive. Obviously, you want to receive because Rolla's going to receive the second half. Mountain Home will be moving left to right in tonight's game as we start off in this first quarter. Rolla will be moving from right to left. So Mountain Home's offense will get a chance to take the field first. Guys, check out this tunnel down here. We got the youth program. They are all, the hype video is on the board, and man, I'm ready for some football. How about you guys?
Yeah, it's nice. Got a little wind from the scoreboard in, but otherwise perfect night. I think high 70s. You know, maybe a chance of a little moisture, but I think it's not going to be too much. It's going to be an awesome night.
No, you got the youth lined up down there. I mean, they look at these boys like they're Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. They're so fired up to see them tonight. The crowd's funneled in. I don't see many empty spots in the stands. I mean,
it's full. It's filled in.
We're going to have a big night of football here. The sun's starting to set. I mean, man, what could you ask for? What else could you want?
Yeah, what a hype video there. I'm looking over at the Rolla sideline. They're all just turned looking at the video board that has been put together. If you hadn't seen the hype video, you can go to the Gridiron Facebook page or the Bomber Football Facebook page and check it out. Man, it gets me fired up. It gets me want to go. And so here it comes. The jet flies through the hype video, and here comes your Bombers getting ready to take the field. Guys, I'm excited.
It's football. It's Friday night in the South. It's football.
We are 4 minutes away from kickoff here as Mountain Home is taking the field. The fans are on their feet, clapping. Bomberman is playing in the background. Let's just let this moment soak in. So Mountain Home is taking the field. Guys, the energy you get running through that, you got cheerleaders, you got your dance team, you got everything going. Does it make you miss it?
Oh, man. Hey, how could you not miss it, Rush? You miss it?
Oh, yeah. You almost get chills just watching that hype video, thinking about getting back out there and playing.
It's like that commercial. You see that commercial like Emmett Smith and some of those guys standing around and they're sitting there going, hey, you want to get back out there? And it shows them getting smoked. Like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah. That's a good way for us to go see Rawls.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
Well, guys, whether you have finished our Southern Construction Roofing Company pregame show, we appreciate you being with us. We are just about to kick off as Rolla has set the ball down. We are about to start this first quarter, this matchup between your Mountain Home Bombers and Rolla Bulldogs on this beautiful Friday night. Tonight's first quarter is going to be brought to you by Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic. Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic. Dr. Roeder, Dr. Moore, and Dr. Knox are in Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic. If you need anything, give them a call. Let them check you out. We appreciate their sponsorship as Rolla has approached the ball, and it is going to be a deep kick that is going to sail into the end zone.
Oh, one of the better kicks we've seen all year. That's 5 yards deep in the end zone.
That's a lefty kicker, too. You don't see that. So Mountain Home will start this opening possession at the 20-yard line. Guys, don't forget to text us in on the Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line. They are located in Mountain Home in Fayetteville. That number is 870-321-6839. Once again, 870-321-6839. Send us your text. Don't call. We will be, you might kick us off the air if you call. Not really.
We're not sure what happened.
But yeah, don't give us a call. Hey, we're going to get this game started a little bit early. It's 6:58, and we're going to get rolling as Brantley's going to be in shotgun. He's going to take the snap, fake it to Chenoweth. He's taking a shot down the middle, but Brantley just overthrows Bryce Kincaid, who is streaking wide open down the middle field. Guys, I guess we got our answer there, what we're going to do.
Yeah, faked it to Chenoweth. Bryce Kincaid wide open. Just a little early game nerves, put a little too much on it. Bryce didn't run under it.
If he throws that ball 2 yards shorter, Bryce is still running and the band's playing, right?
That's right.
That's
what we want. Once again, it's going to be second down. It's going to be second down 10 from the 20 as Brantley's going to take the handoff. He's going to be Chenoweth off the right side. He's going to get 4 on here as he gets a good pickup on second down out to the 24-yard line, but Dawson Dunlap down for the Bombers. That's not who you want to see down on this early play.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look, see what happened there, but he looks like he's grabbing his knee, so.
Hush is over the crowd right now. Dawson's down, and you can tell he's in pain. Coach Aries out there. Callie Hendricks is a trainer that's out there as well.
Yeah, I don't know, Russ. I think he might have got rolled up on there at the front.
I think he was blocking in that little bunch formation there on the end, but I didn't see it for certain. But that's always a little precarious when you're next to the ball and get rolled up on by people.
It's kind of one of those weird things. You always got to have an awareness around you. And there's Dawson's mom's down here just in front of us. She's standing up. I know as a parent what that feels like. You see your son down. I've had one that has patella. It's kind of popping out in place. And You see him down in pain. And hopefully it's something like that as he's getting to his feet right now.
That's a good sign.
Yep, he's walking off. Russ, you can tell us a little more maybe, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get a little roll up against you can get a little ligament stretch on the MCL, the inside of your knee, and it can be painful to where you have to take a few plays off, or it can be more involved. But hopefully it's not much. He's walking actually pretty decent. Callie will get him over there and check him out.
Yeah, they're going to take him into the Baxter Health. Unfortunately, this quarter is set up or sponsored by Baxter Health. They're going to the Baxter Health tent. We'll keep you updated on that. As Mountain Home faces a 3rd and 6 here now from the 24-yard line. Brantley with an empty set. He's looking left. He's going to roll out to his left. He's going to continue. He's getting pressured, but he's going to do a good job eluding the rush, but he's going to throw the ball just out of the reach of the defender. Brantley's trying to throw back over here to Talon Palmer. Mountain Home looks like we're going to go 3 and out here. Looks like a little rusty to start right here.
Yeah, we might have got away with one right there. Yeah. If Brantley throws a decent ball, that's pick 6. Yep. So you got to be careful scrambling, especially throwing the opposite way. Brantley better off probably just throw that one away.
Watching, so just a couple things from our Hopper Termite text line.
Get it out.
I'm sorry. Oh, gosh, I'm struggling now. Anyways, we got watching from Fayetteville. We got Rich and Promised Land watching. Appreciate you guys. As Brantley takes the snap here on 4th and 6, and he booms it. Brantley has been an excellent punter for Mountain Home, and it takes a Mountain Home bounce as it bounces into the 40, 35, now inside the 25, rolling all the way down to the 21-yard line. What an excellent way to flip the field right there as the math guys are doing math here. Barkley, how far was it?
That was 68 yards, and that's one thing I noticed last week against Harrison. Brantley averaged 58 yards a punt. I mean, talk about getting your defense on the right side of the field.
Yeah, that's a nice flipping the field like that. You get some momentum as a defense where you hopefully hold them here and get better field position on our next possession.
So Mountain Home's going to get their first look. Their defense is this run-heavy offense that we're expecting from Rolla. We talked about Easton Smith, the junior, who's going to be the quarterback. He's flanked behind him by Hayden Emery. They're going to send a man in motion. It's going to be a handoff inside. Mountain Home does a good job piling up. Going to give up 3 yards maybe on this opening play, as it was De La Garza for Rolla that took the handoff inside, and he picked up 3, going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Out of the gate, Aiden Setzer just wraps him up, takes him straight to the ground. I mean, we've got to start getting a push, but they're getting a little pressure on there.
So we're going to be under center most of the night. It looks like Easton Smith's going to be under center. He's going to take the snap, handoff inside of the fullback dive, and Mountain Home did. He kept it. The running back did keep it. That's what this offense is going to do to you. They're going to hand and make it look like it goes one way and then maybe hand off the other way. But as Easton Smith keeps the ball up the middle, he rumbles outside the 25 to the 26-yard line, going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Already a big stop here for your Bomber defense.
I was checking the stats on 34. He looks like a low, but it says 5'9", 215. He looks bigger than that from up here.
Yeah, he must have had a big lunch.
So Mountain Home defense here, 3rd and 2 at the 31-yard line. Snap's going to be inside handoff to the fullback. He's going to keep his feet driving and get enough yards as he's going to get out to the 33-yard line. That's going to be 1st down and 10 for Rolla. They're going to give him the 34.
Yeah, so we'll see how our defense evolves here over the next, few plays or series. If they keep grounding and pounding, you'll see one of these safeties roll down and give us some run support.
Now it's just they're getting 2 or 3 yards off that inside handoff here.
Smith under center, going to send a man in motion. It's going to be a little trap play inside, and there you go. Mountain Home got caught looking in the backfield, and he is gone. De La Garza for Rolla is going to be off to the races, and he is going to score a touchdown as Rolla strikes first with a 65-yard touchdown run.
Little misdirection got us looking in the backfield the other way, and he breaks one. I saw on that play, I guess Dayton Davis is in for Dawson Dunlap. So
long snap there. Long run as the lefty kicker gets set up right here. As Rolla takes a 6-0 lead here in this Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic first quarter. 9:32 left as we're awaiting the snap for the extra point. They had it set up in the wrong spot. They had the 2-yard line instead of the 3-yard line. But Rolla's going to be set back to kick this extra point. Got a lot going on the extra point here. Take a little while.
Yeah, you don't see many left-footed kickers.
No, you don't. The snap is down, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. Pulled it right. So Mountain Home takes the deficit 6-0 as Rolla scores first with 9:32 left here in this Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic first quarter. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7. So as we stay here, guys, how does Mount Home respond after giving up that long touchdown, Bert?
Well, they got to dive back in. It looked like they were trying to work Brantley a little bit more that first series, maybe loosen everybody up, 2 weeks off. I feel like you got to get back into your running game, tell the line to go to work. It's time to establish dominance.
Yeah, I definitely think Ackland's going to lean on the run a little bit, get us a little momentum moving forward. Defensively, that's what you're going to get when you see some of this misdirection and option type teams. You're going to have to stay disciplined. I think you're going to see Barrett roll down a little bit more closer to the ball.
So Mountain Home set back to take this kickoff as Rolla approaches the ball, kicks it deep. This one's going to be in play as it looks like we're going to take it at the 1 yard. Barrett Miller's going to go out past the 20. He's going to get tight. He's going to lose tackle. He's going to get to the 25, stay on his feet, and get pounded down up to the 26-yard line. Mountain Home will take over there. First down and 10 as they start this second drive.
Good, 24, 25-yard return for Barrett. Just a couple of broken tackles away from a big return, but good field position for the Bombers here on Series 2.
So Mountain Home going to take over first down and 10 here. Hey, thanks for hitting us up on the Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line. They do have locations in Mountain Home and Fayetteville. Looks like we got Sabrina Whitehead watching from home, and Mountain Home takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff inside, and it's going to go nowhere. We're going to get lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. They are going to say that Chenoweth did get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up second down and 10 at the 26 for Mountain Home. Jeff and Donna Frentz watching. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
Second and 10.
Second down and 10 at the 26 and the second drive here for Mountain Home. Brantley takes a snap. It's going to be handoff to Chenoweth around the left side. He's got room this time as he gets out past the 30 to the 33 and dives down at the 34. Going to bring up a third down and manageable 2 for Mountain Home here.
A little tempo here.
Yep. Mountain Home quick on the ball. Brantley takes a snap. Same play. Chenoweth up the middle this time. He's going to fight, and the big linemen are going to push him forward. He's going to dive forward for just enough. They're going to give him 4 on it. Out to the 37-yard line, 38-yard line, first down and 10, Mountain Home.
Something I haven't noticed this year, I don't know if they've done it or not, but Kingston McMeacham's in there at tight end, 55.
Yeah, they've been putting Kingston and Eli Jones both in tight end to try to get some blocking out there. Brantley takes the snap. This time it's Miller in the backfield. Staying patient as he sticks his nose up in there. They're going to give him 2 yards. He's going to get out to the 40.
Tough run by Barrett there. You know, Barrett, with his speed, likes to get in the edge, but that's good. Just being patient, trying to look and see if there's something between the tackles. That'll set up that edge here in a second.
Josh is watching in Lakeview. Appreciate it, Josh. Garrett Whitlow, class of 2016. Love when our alumni are watching back. Brantley takes a snap. Barrett's going to go around the left side. He's going to get out to the sideline, and he is going to be ran out of bounds. I think they're going to say he's maybe lost a couple yards there. Tried to extend that play out on the short side. They say he got back. They are going to give him back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up third down and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Third down and 9.
third down and 9. Looks like Rolla's made some adjustments on defense here, playing a little stiffer defense. You might see a little screen or something here.
Brantley's going to have an empty set. 3 wide to his right, 2 to his left. Brantley takes a snap.
Miller's the inside
looks to his
receiver.
Right. Going to throw back across the middle. He's got Peters there.
Dotson.
Yeah, Dotson catches the ball across the 50, 45, 40, gets inside the 35, down to the 36, 34-yard line. Great pass and catch. Brantley waited for that to open there as Dotson came across the middle. Great pass and catch to Dotson.
Good play by Coach Ackland. So Barrett ran that route that Bryce ran, but Dotson had the dig across the middle, wide open.
Brantley going to be first down and 10. It's the first time we reach Rolla's territory. He's looking to his right. Pass and catch out to Talon Palmer. Palmer just drops the ball. Palmer had it in his hands at the 30, looked upfield, had a defender there, tried to make a move, and just couldn't hold on. Going to bring up second down and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Good ball by Brantley, though, right on the money. Talon just couldn't pull it in. Probably had a 5-yard gain there, but we'll look to come back to that.
Appreciate you tuning in here, Mike Murphy, watching from Cherry Valley, Arkansas. Brantley takes the snap. Going to be handoff right side. Barrett's met immediately at the handoff. He's going to drive his feet to get back to the 35-yard line. That is going to be a loss of 1. Something on that left side of that line for defensive lines just making their way through.
That's what I was about to say. We're having a little trouble with their defensive line. They've been fairly dominant here to start the game. There hasn't been a lot of running lanes there, but you're going to see Brantley pull one here in a second.
They're getting a lot of pressure up front, especially on those edges, Russ. I think you just keep using those tight ends. You keep grinding on it.
6:36 in this Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic first quarter as Brantley takes the snap on this 3rd and 11. He's going to look to the right side. He's got Dotson. Dotson's going to catch the ball. He's going to fight for everything he has out to the 35. And Dotson takes a shot on the ground. That's close to being a late here as he's wrangled in.
It's a little bit of a late hit. Brings up 4th and 11.
4th down and 11.
At the 35, that would be a 52-yarder. You're not thinking a field goal whatsoever, so you got to be going for it, correct?
Yeah, unless you really just wanted to play field position. I don't think in this situation. I think you're going to go for it.
Yeah. Brantley, empty set. Oh, and he's going to hard count and immediately draw Rolla off sides. That's a good way to pick up a cheap 5 yards right there.
So now it's a lot more managed. Where playbook opens up a lot more on 4th and 6 instead of 4th and 11.
I know Ballard has a big leg as a kicker. He kicked a 48-yarder, I think, in practice the other day. Now that is from the tee that's holding it up for you with not game speed, but still he's got the leg to reach it. But I still don't think you give him a shot out here.
Not a ton of wind tonight. The flag's almost stiff, but it is coming. It would be into the wind if there was any.
Brantley takes the snap. He's looking left the whole way. He's going to pull. He's got room around the right side. Inside of 30, 25, 20, 15. Gets run out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Great decision right there by Brantley as he saw that open up and just pulled that ball down and ran it. He was knocked out of bounds by Chase Brown from Rolla, but not until he can get to the 15-yard line and pick up the first down for Mountain Home.
Yeah, that was a 15-yard pickup there. Good scramble. He had a hot route. He was looking at it, wasn't there, and he found there was no one on the right side. Good play by Brantley.
Brantley's going to have Chenoweth to his left. 3 receivers to his left. He's going to take the snap, put it in the belly. Fake in the belly and keep it up the middle. He's going to turn and spin as he gets inside the 10-yard line. They're going to say he got down to the 9. Going to bring up 2nd down and 3 after the 7-yard gain by Brantley.
Having him in the backfield is a complete game changer. The fact that he can tuck it, run it, it gives you so many more options.
2nd down and 4, they're going to say, as he's going to give him 6 yards. He's going to take the snap. This time he is going to give it to Chenoweth. Chenoweth is going to stay patient behind that offensive line. I tell you guys, Chenoweth's doing a good job diving forward and falling forward as he's going to get inside the 5. Right to the 5-yard line, they're going to be 1st down and goal at the 5 for Mountain Home with 5:15 left in this Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic.
Bringing Setzer in for a little more blocking there.
Also, Caden Del Soto coming in, number 41 for the Bombers. This will be our jumbo package.
So we got 4 downs here from the 5 to try to get this score. Got Bryce Kincaid out wide to the left.
Mountain Home is trailing 6-0. Going to be handoff. Chenoweth has room, gets up the middle, gets down to the 2-yard line. Good 3-yard pickup. Going to bring up 2nd down and goal from the 2 as Mountain Home looking to try to even this game with 4:42 left here in this first quarter.
Give it to Rolla. They've actually tackled really well so far.
Yeah, inside they have, haven't
they? They haven't made many mistakes.
Hey, you got one of your players. Love listening to Coach Terry as Brantley takes the snap. Going to stay patient is Chenoweth. Touchdown, Bombers. Jacob Chenoweth stays patient from 2 yards out as he gets hit at the 2, but keeps his feet driving, dives forward into the goal line, ties this game up 6-6 with 4:23 left in this Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic first quarter.
Classic Chenoweth carry. He always falls forward. Got a chance to take the lead off that extra point. Missed extra point could be big.
So the snap is back and the kick is up, and it is no good. As Ballard pulls it left, we are going to keep this game tied 6-6, 4:23 left here in the first quarter. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Well, the Bombers got right back in it, 6-6. Man, we would like to get that extra point, but you got to like what you saw on that drive. We converted a fourth down there, and it was a good drive.
Well, they gave the defense a good chunk of time over here to sit down, think about what they're doing. This is your responsibility. This is your area, and really game plan. I expect to see a totally different defense out here this second drive for Rolla.
And that was big from Coach Airy last year. You always see from one quarter to the next, or one drive to the next. After that first drive, he makes really good in-game adjustments. They got that TV down there that they can watch at.
I was just about to say that, how much has changed in the last 20 years, but now then, after every series, they go down to the TV and look at all the last series plays, kickoff.
So Bombers are set to kick off here as they kick it deep. It is going to be fielded at the 5-yard line. Rolla's going to bring it back out to the they're going to say he's going to get out to the 16-yard line. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 KCTT Yellville Mountain Home. So Mountain Home 6-6 here in this first quarter, 4:17 left, and Rolla on their second offensive possession, and they're going to start this from the 24-yard line.
Dunlap's back in, so he looks like he's doing okay. Dayton Davis is out.
That's big for Mountain Home, to be honest with you.
So a little fly motion.
Rolla's going to take a snap, stick it in the belly of the fullback inside. Mountain Home did a good job, only giving up 2 yards on there. Going to bring up second down and 8. What'd you get there, Barkley? A little
I need a little
delivery.
Great tackle by Blake Vacco there. Came up, filled the hole against the hefty running back and made a great tackle.
Second down and 9 here. Barkley, you got a text. D'Angelo Savino and Logan Campfield says, love listening to Coach Terry over there.
Lots of love tonight.
Hey, send us a nickname for him, boys. Come on, send us a nickname. Rolla takes the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it right here. So good job from Mountain Home not taking the eye candy as the quarterback Smith is going to drive his feet forward. He's going to fall up to the, we'll say they're going to give him the 29-yard line. Briggs up third down and a long 6 for Mountain Home. See if we can get off the field after that scoring drive.
So you'll see the defensive line. You're playing a passing team. You got to get upfield. On this team, you want to get to the line of scrimmage, shut your block, but don't get too far upfield because the quarterback may be coming at you with the ball.
You just want to stand them up and stay there, right?
I mean, they're within 7 yards of the line.
Smith's going to take. He's going to pass. He's going to roll out to his right. Mountain Home did a good job. He's going to be picked off. Dawson Dunlap picks it off the 35 into the 30. He's going to retreat back to the 35. Get a block. Get the right side. He's got it set. Is this a pick six? And there 2 flags come flowing out right here. 2 flags at the end of the play. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's Dunlap. I don't know.
Hopefully that's a double penalty. Dunlap handed their guy the ball, and then he threw it back at him. So
I don't know. I think they're going on him maybe. I don't know.
I think it's going to be a double penalty. We hope for a double penalty.
I mean, he got body slammed.
Yeah, he did.
He did, but that's not really illegal. So
no, it's not.
But he handed him the ball. I don't know if that guy had anything to do with his injury, or I don't know the history there. But
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe a lot of talking.
But regardless, it's an after the play, so the interception is going to stand. We'll see what this looks like. Right now, we have the ball at the 8-yard line. Going to bring up first and goal. Let's wait to hear from our official here. It's going to be dead ball, personal foul on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, so Mountain Home is going to take over first down and go with the 4. I guess they got number 1 throwing the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could argue he was trying to hand the ball to the ref.
Yeah, he just kind of get it. Yeah, I guess so.
Or like, hey, maybe he said, hey, brother, can you hand this to the ref? You know, I'm sure it was cordial.
Travis Rogers watching from Hernando, Mississippi, 2016 graduate. Hey, hit us up on the Hopper Termite Pest Control text line located in Mount Home and Fayetteville, 870-321-6839. Bombers with a huge change of momentum play on the interception. Going to bring up first down and goal to 4. Brantley going to be in shotgun. Take the snap. Going to hand it to Chenoweth. Chenoweth's going to stay patient, but great job right there coming off the left defensive side by number 11. Don't have a number. Yeah, we do. Tristan Richards with a great tackle coming up there.
Richards is a player. He's made some great tackles so far.
Yeah, he came down the line just like you're supposed to.
He's
right there.
He's a good-sized kid.
Mountain Home looking to take the lead here. 2:37 left in this Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic first quarter. A lot of people at Bone and Joint. Lakin Moore's in there. Brody Brown, some people at the Bone and Joint Clinic for Baxter Health. As Brantley takes the snap, he's going to keep it this time. He's going to get around the right side, and he is going to be swallowed up.
Yeah, not a whole lot there. I don't know how they're designed, if it's to read or a known keep from the beginning, but Brantley kept it there. There wasn't a whole lot. Brings up third goal from the 6.
Great job there by Jack Morozovich coming up and making a play. I was kind of hoping secretly he didn't get in a lot of plays, but he's been in a lot of plays so far. I didn't want to have to try to butcher that name.
All that time in front of the mirror paid off, Brad.
It did, that's right, guys. If you're from Rolla listening, I apologize, but made a great play. That's what we were told. Morozovich, I try my best. Brantley takes the snap. He's going to throw it this time on a slant, and it is going to be an interception in the end zone. Mountain Home with the interception to turn it right back over to Rolla. Looks like he called a slant play. Bryce Kincaid was out there. Kincaid did not slant.
Yeah, sometimes it's a choice route, whether you run an out or a slant, and, you know, the quarterback and the receiver got to be on the same page. Bryce definitely ran an out, and Brantley definitely thought he was running a slant. Either way, boy, you hate to have a turnover there.
Yeah, you're giving away 3 points pretty much almost, you'd think, with Ballard back there. And
one thing you can take away, though, their quarterback's thrown one pass and we've picked it, and I don't know that any of their receivers scare our DBs, so I think you're going to see some tight coverage. I'll tell you, if Dunlap hadn't picked that ball, Barrett was going to pick it, because he had already jumped underneath the receiver.
2 of them in there. So Rolla going to take over first down and 20 after the interception back to Rolla from the 4-yard line for Mountain Home. Smith going to take the snap. It is going to be up the middle, and Mountain Home is right there. I think right there, Rolla had one receiver in the formation whatsoever. Everybody else was at the line of scrimmage. They're going to pick up 2 yards. Going to bring up second down and 8 at 22.
Great job there by the defensive line, holding it up, getting the tackle. Not a lot there for the Bulldogs.
1:20 left here in this Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic first quarter. One that's kind of seen some turnovers on both, some little nerves on both, and some long plays from both teams.
Yeah, turnover on both sides and a missed opportunity on our first play, but hopefully we can find our stride here, especially on defense.
Rolla with one receiver in the formation. The Smith goes under center. He's going to do a quick pass out to it, and Talon Palmer's right there, and Mountain Home with great pursuit. Looked like Brenton Setzer maybe came in. Nope, Dawson Dunlap and Talon Palmer, 2 of your seniors over there with great plays. It was one-on-one. Palmer just...
Yeah, that's an interesting call for Rolla. They had a jumbo package with 2 tight ends, and they threw a little hitch on the short side of the field.
To Peter Smith, yeah.
You don't give... I mean, I guess I don't know what they were thinking there, but good for us. 3rd down and 9. Big stop here.
3rd and 9, 26 seconds left. There's 12 seconds on the play clock, so they are going to have to snap this ball as it gets down inside 8. Smith under center, sends a man in motion. He's going to roll to his right. Another pass. He's got pressure. He's swallowed up. Grinninger, Blake, Vacco, Brenton Setzer. Who else is in there on it? Aiden Setzer. Setzer sandwich, boys. Setzer sandwich. We've been waiting for it all year. We got our Setzer sandwich with a little Grinninger and Vacco mixed in between. How about that?
Why did they stop the clock? Okay, they shouldn't have.
Yeah, they're going to let the clock run down. They're going to sack him back to the 11-yard line. Going to bring up 4th down and maybe 20, it looks like.
Yep.
And that is going to be the end of this Baxter Health Bone and Joint Clinic first quarter. Your Mountain Home Bombers 6, Rolla Bulldogs 6. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
ASC Warranty is proud to support the Mountain Home Bombers. ASC Warranty provides dealers with vehicle protection plans for any vehicle in their inventory. ASC Warranty's greatest assets are the people that make up the ASC team. The work ethic and dedication to consistently superior services provided by all of their employees are second to none. ASC Warranty is proud to say the Bombers have the same values. ASC Warranty is one of your biggest fans. They will be cheering you on every step of the way. Go Bombers!
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you would do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent James Boyette will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you would do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent James Boyette in Mountain Home today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ball here.
Punting from their own goal line. Caden Dotson at the 50. Should get good field position here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity here, Russ, to flip the field. Get yourself some good field position and put together a nice
And the
drive.
snap is over the head. It is going to go out the back of the end zone. It is going to be a safety. Mountain Home is going to pick up an easy 2 points as they snap the ball over the punter's head. Mountain Home's going to take an 8-6 lead here with 11:58 left in our Farmers and Merchants second quarter. Great way to take over there, right?
Yeah, you get a free kick from them at a closer range, so you should get good field position on this too. We'll take the errors when we can get them, you know?
Yeah, we can, for sure.
Anything that puts points on the board.
Make sure you hit us up on our Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line. They have locations in Mountain Home and Fayetteville, 870-321-6839. We are in our Farmers and Merchants second quarter, and I believe we have a guest in here with us, right? We're going to get here Miss Sally Gilbert. Hey, Miss Sally, how are you doing?
I'm great. There's absolutely nothing like Friday Night Lights in our Mountain Home.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here. Well, we appreciate you joining us. We appreciate your sponsorship. Of the quarters this year, we're able to keep everything here. And, man, y'all have done so much with Coffee Talk and everything for Mountain Home. We appreciate everything Farmers and Merchants has done.
Well, we're happy to do it and proud sponsors of this great team.
Yep. What are you thinking so far? Are you going to give us some play-by-play while you're up here?
Well, you never know, I might, because I'm an avid football fan, and that goes all the way back to my good fortune of being married to Mr. Bomber 1984.
Oh.
Yeah, split in safety slot, and, we love to watch a lot of football together.
So what will Tony say now? He's not as good as he once was, but he's good once as he ever was, maybe?
I think he might even be tougher now, Brad.
Is he really?
Yes.
So Rolla's going to take the free kick it off. It is going to be covered up by, looks like Caden Del Soto here at the 49-yard line. Mountain Home is going to start this possession here in Rolla Bulldog territory.
That's an interesting, they squib kicked it, unless he just missed it. They squib kicked it on a kickoff.
I would say it's probably a miss hit.
But that's the kid that's been booming them to the end zone.
That's true. So, Sally, how's things been going at Farmers and Merchants?
Oh, it's great. It's great. I love the culture, and it's much like the culture of the Bombers. You know, we try to do the right things, the little things right every day. And when you do that and appreciate your teammates, great things happen, and winning comes just like it does for the Bombers.
It does. Practice and putting a good team together like that. As Brantley takes a snap, he's going to hand it off to Barrett Miller inside as he's going to get 4 yards out to the 45-yard line of Rolla. Mountain Home going to be second down and 6 here at 11:40 in this Farmers and Merchants second quarter. Brantley takes a snap, fakes the handoff there. He's going to throw it out to Dotson. Dotson's going to get up.
Great
tackle there on the outside.
By the corner, ran through the block and made the tackle.
Yeah, that's number 3. We don't. That is De La Garza out there. Ran through there. It's going to be a loss of 2. Going to bring up third down and 8. So, any interesting news or anything going on, Miss Sally?
Well, you know, some of the most interesting news is what Farmers and Merchants Associates are doing for the Bomber football program. You know, number 5, Barrett Miller, is the son of our mortgage leader, Melissa Miller.
There's with the ball right there as it sets up a screen. Barrett makes a man miss. Into the 45, inside the 40, 35. He's going to get tripped up and out of. Hey, look at this. Keep talking. Keep talking about him, Miss Sally.
You know, that boy takes after his mother. I'm sorry, Kenny. But
I've seen Kenny. He's slow and then slow.
Yeah.
Right?
She's got it going on, too, so we're thankful for her. And, you know, we've got an 8th grader and Paxton Poole that's coming up, and his mother is a branch manager for us, Dina Wood. And then we've also got some Wilson boys that I understand are going to be recognized with the youth program later this evening. We've got Sawyer and Cash, so the future looks bright, and we're doing our part.
It is, absolutely. You got a whole team in there as Brantley's going to hand the ball off to Chenoweth. Chenoweth is going to take the ball down to the 25-yard line, 8-yard gain, going to bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Bombers as they are looking to go and score with 10:18 left. Brantley takes the snap. Chenoweth staying patient again behind that offensive line. Going to pick up, they're going to say 5 yards down to the 21-yard line. And going to be first down Mountain Home. Yeah, you got a whole team up there. And
we do. Yeah, and then I'd be remiss if I didn't miss the great things that Connor King is doing out on that cross country, PRing about every time he runs. So he's having a great cross country season, and his mom Laura works with me as well, so it's great.
That is awesome, you know. And so we got a timeout Rolla here, which is perfect timing. Hit 10:08 left here in this Farmers and Merchants second quarter here. Speaking of this, I love it. We got our Hopper Termite text line that's going on here. Just got a text. You might know this name. Let's see. Hi, Mom. Go Bombers. Go Farmers and Merchants. Grace Wilmath.
Yay! Hey, yeah. I have some great daughters that all came through the Bomber Athletic Program, and Grace being one that was a first baseman and slugger for the Bomber softball team. Kate played a little bit of basketball, and the only way that tonight would be any better is if my Anna was still flying high out there in the cheer squad. So great programs that we've all got to benefit from. And I know these lessons that all of these athletes learn will carry on and help them in life too. So, you know, you do, again, culture and hard work get you a long way, whether it be on the field or in your future.
We are back in action as Brantley's going to take the snap from the 21-yard line. He's going to rumble down to the 16-yard line. That's going to be a 5-yard gain, bring up 2nd down and 5. It's nice to have these manageable 2nd downs here.
Yeah, it's a great first down play to get 5 yards on first down. The 2nd down playbook opens up here. Watch him take a shot, maybe.
Brantley takes a snap. It's going to be the option right. He's going to keep left side. He's got a hole. Down inside the 10, down to the 5. He's going to get tripped up there. Going to bring up first down and going 5. Let's hope Mountain Home has a little better success this time inside the red zone.
I think they're going to get it in there. And by the way, if anyone's admired my T-shirt tonight, you know, you can order those special Coleman Pugsley 24 shirts today, and they're available by pre-order only, and you can text your order to that 870-321-6839. It's a fashion statement of the fall.
It is. Coleman Pugsley 24. Brantley takes the snap at the 5 handoff. Barrett Miller. There we go. Barrett Miller. Only fitting. Touchdown Bombers. As Barrett Miller runs in from 5 yards out. Perfect job, Melissa.
It is. Melissa did it.
That's right.
I know. I tell you what.
Mountain Home's going to take a 14-6 lead here with 9:08 left in the Farmers and Merchants second quarter. As Ballard is back for the kick. The kick is up, and this time the kick is good. 15-6, 9:08. Mountain Home takes the lead. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Photo. Right there. Coleman Pugsley.
So Bombers take the 15-6 lead. We got 9:08 to go in the second quarter. Glad to have Sally Gilbert here with Farmers and Merchant Bank.
Yeah, so Sally was just telling us about these awesome shirts here. You can turn towards the camera here, Miss Sally. Coleman Pugsley 24. If you want one, I understand now you can pre-order these. Text in on the Hopper Termite and Pest
Text line at 870-321-6839. I just found out that all proceeds are going to go back to the Gridiron Club, which 100% goes to our football program. So what an awesome way for y'all to set up and give back to the program and have some pretty cool shirts. I love them. I'm definitely going to buy one. They got Boom on the back.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's got it going on. Yes.
So Ballard set to kick here as he approaches the ball. He kicks it deep. It's going to be a low driving kick. Rolla's going to field it at the 6. Bring it out past the 15, 20, 25. He's got a lane. He found some gap as he's going to get out to the 40-yard line. Going to dive out to the 41-yard line. Rolla will take over there on this possession, trailing 15-6. We got some text here. The Klausners from Rolla are watching and just want to say you guys are doing a great job with your commentary and broadcast. Thank you, guys. I did get told this is pretty funny. Our athletic director said that Rolla called asking where they could watch the game, and our athletic director said, "I have to warn you, our guys are homers a little bit. They are going to be Mountain Home done." So
what do you expect?
That's exactly right. We take that as a compliment sometimes. But Rolla's got a great team. They're playing well. Smith is going to be under center. He's going to send a man in motion. It's going to be inside handoff. Mountain Home with a great job right there. Big Eli Jones coming off the right side, making the tackle. Dawson Dunlap there as well to help clean things up. Going to be a 3-yard loss here to start this second down. Yeah, so we talk about a little bit about Farmers and Merchants. Connor King, hey, our cross-country team.
Oh, they're going to town. I think they actually took third place at a big race in Missouri, in fact, last weekend. And, they're really... I think it's one of the strongest teams that they've had.
I think they got high aspirations of doing well in state. Smith's going to take the handoff. It is going to be a handoff inside. He's going to give it to Emery. Emery's going to keep his feet chugging that big fullback back there. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, out to the 41. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. I think Mountain Home's made some great defensive adjustments here.
Yeah, we're not this last play, but one before, I think was the touchdown play. We made some adjustments and didn't get fooled by the eye candy on the pitch there. So 3rd down and 10, a big 3rd down right here with 7:50 left to go in the second quarter.
Just got a text from Bomber alumni Anthony Mojica. He's watching from Ozark, Missouri. Hope you didn't turn into a Missouri boy there, Anthony. Still rooting on the Bombers. Love to keep you watching here. Smith's going to take the snap. He's dropping back to pass here. He's going on the right side. It is going to be thrown and overthrown. Great job there by Mountain Home's defensive backs. And Russ, I think you're right. I think you nailed it. Mountain Home knows we can run with their wide receivers. We can bring a guy up in the box, and we can make sure that we keep that in front of us. Yeah. How would Tony have played that, Sally?
I think he would have had a big boom going on if he didn't intercept it, But I think I like this second quarter. I think it was a blue Friday night, last Friday night in Mountain Home, because we didn't have you guys, we didn't have any football, and I think they've shaken the dust off and they've got it going on the second quarter.
A little rusty to start with, but we're starting to find some things now. And 7:34, we got a false start here on the right side as this punt is a booming punt, actually really good kick, but it is going to be all for naught. Is this going to be a 5-yard penalty?
Got Caden Dotson and Barrett Miller back to receive the punt. But you're right, 5-yard penalty will make them kick it again.
Yeah, Michael Hammer down here on this lower end got a little excited and took off a little bit early there. Let's see if we can get the ball in Barrett's hands while we got Miss Sally up here for just a little bit longer. See if he can do something good here in this Farmers and Merchants second quarter.
I know if we get it in his hands, he's going to do something good. Any Bomber. So I'm excited to see what happens here.
So the snap is back. This time Hunter did catch it. It is a booming kick as Barrett is going to fair catch it, and he's going to catch it at the 30-yard line. Good job bringing it in. Good job by Barrett coming up and getting that. That is where Bombers will start this next offensive possession, leading 15-6 here with 7:28 in this Farmers and Merchants second quarter.
Got a text from Harley Barrow. He's listening to us in California.
Wow. We need a map. Can we get a map in here with all our little spots that shows us where?
All of the countries.
It has been all over so far, and we love it.
Brad Liddy was another player from, I had the pleasure of working with his mother, Shonda, and he was fun to watch on Friday nights.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So Brantley's going to take the snap. He's looking downfield. He's got all kinds of time. Good job by our offensive line. Brantley's going to throw it. It is going to end up
It's looking like he was trying to find Barrett Miller. Barrett fell out about the 45-yard line. Pass is going to be incomplete, going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Now, I also understand y'all have branches, Sister Bank of Fayetteville over in northwest Arkansas as well, and down in Stuttgart, northeast Arkansas. You're kind of all over, right,
We
in
are.
Farmers and Merchants?
Yes, sir, and it makes it easy for those folks who have children leaving to go to college in the northwest Arkansas area. We can certainly take care of them. So, yes, only in Arkansas.
Yeah, so you can get a if you have a card or whatever ATM, you can find a branch anywhere near if you're in college. That's a great point.
You bet.
Brantley's going to roll to his left. He's going to pass, and he's going to just overthrow Barrett Miller once again, looking for that target out about the 50-yard line. Just kind of threw it out in front of him a little bit. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Mountain Home at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I had a bunch package, and Caden Dotson and Barrett were pretty close in the same route. I don't know if one of them ran the wrong route or what, but I don't know if Brantley overthrew Caden or underthrew Barrett, but brings up 3rd down and 10 from our own 30.
Got another text. Our man Tobias, he's watching.
Oh,
he
yeah,
says, tell Sally he appreciates her work on the hospital board and her friendship. So inside
bet.
screen here is
Oh, here we
Brantley
go.
is going to hit Chenoweth. Chenoweth's going to get out to the 35, 40, break a tackle, inside of 40. He's going to step out of bounds right at the first. They're going to give him out to the 43-yard line.
Great play right there by Chenoweth. He caught it at about the 35 and got another 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah,
Just
really
breaking
nice
tackle.
inside screen there.
Yeah.
Kind of caught Rolla on a blitz, and Brantley did a good job changing that arm angle, dropping inside of Chenoweth. Chenoweth set up his blockers well, picked up the 1st down, going to be 1st down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Brantley takes the snap, handoff inside to Chenoweth. Chenoweth stays patient, makes a man miss, gets around the right side, hops, cuts, stays on his feet at the 50, 45, 40. He's going to get tackled down all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Wow.
Man, that was going to be a 2-yard loss. And man, Chenoweth just has this way of being able to just kind of hop around a little bit.
Yeah, Chenoweth is smooth and he has good vision, and he keeps his feet moving. He's a strong kid. Can squat a lot, so that way you can break a lot of tackles when you can push up a lot on the squat rack.
Jacob Bellamy coming in this time for Mountain Home. He had a good JV game against Highland. He's going to fake the carry. Brantley's going to keep it up the middle. Brantley's going to try to stay on his feet, try to backtrack, but he's going to pick up 3 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 as Mountain Home moves the ball down to the 31-yard line of Rolla with 6:10 left here in this Farmers and Merchants 2nd quarter. Got one watching from Wynne, Arkansas on the Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line. Hey, if you need termites, I got to say it, they're not bugging us with all these texts, so y'all can keep sending them in here. 870-321-6839. Brantley takes a snap. Looks like it's going to be Bellamy. He's going to rumble his way out to the 30-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 as they get out to the 30-yard line.
So we're in range where you would think about Ballard kicking one from here. This is 47 from here, but you got 3rd and 5. You'd like to get it a little closer if you were going to do that. We'll see what Akron has drawn up right here.
Brantley in the shotgun, Bellamy to his left. He's looking across the middle. He's going to throw out to the right side. He's got his man Dotson. Dotson jukes, makes a man miss at the 22-yard line. Gets pushed out of bounds inside the 20 down to the 19. 1st down and 10 as Mountain Home enters the red zone of Rolla.
Great route, great throw by Brantley. Dotson just runs a stop route, comes back to the ball, catches with his hands, and Brantley gets it out there on time. Good play, 1st down Bombers.
1st down and 10 at the 19. Brantley takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Chenoweth. He's looking to throw.
Stop and go to Palmer. He had him for a second.
He had him for a second. He's not there. Brantley's keeping his feet. He's rolling left, rolling right. This looks like old school football right here. The ball's going to be up in the air and tapped. Woo, lucky it was not intercepted. He was pointing and sending guys one way, and it came just incomplete there at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, a little bit of a scramble drill there. You know, you work on that. Certain guys go towards the end zone. Certain guys come back. Certain guys sit. He had Gus Wilbur open there for a second and couldn't thread it in there.
2nd down 10, Sally, what are you calling right here?
I'm calling a running play, and I think they're gonna make it happen.
They're gonna make it happen.
Run it all the way in.
Okay.
I like passing games, but I have a feeling they're gonna snake through and find a hole.
I like it. Let's hope you're right. 2nd down to 10th and 19. It is indeed a run to Chenoweth. Holy cow, Miss Sally! She calls it again! Touchdown, Bombers! Sally Gilbert digs in her bag of tricks and says we're going to run a 19-yard run up the middle. Jacob Chenoweth with a 19-yard run for the touchdown Bombers, giving Mountain
Mountain Home a 21-6. Hey, she's just shaking her head. She's like, yeah, right. I mean, what do you expect?
You know, I think I can come back on next home
When
game.
can we get
here.
Vince Lombardi back in here?
Yeah, right.
Ballard
Oh.
puts the kick up.
Yay.
It is going to be good. Mountain Home 22-7 with 5:05 left here in the Farmers and Merchants second quarter. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Yay, it is a Farmers and Merchants second quarter.
Good
I
call,
like
Sally.
It. Yay. This is fun.
Well, Sally, we appreciate your time
You
coming
bet.
up here. We would love to have you anytime you're here. You come up. We love the shirts. Once
Yeah.
again, we're getting some text already in. We're going to have to keep up with this on the text line a little bit. We'll keep them on there. We'll go through. We'll try to get all that. But, Miss Sally, we appreciate you. Thanks for Farmers and Merchants for everything you're doing for the Bombers and everything that you get to support our community.
Thanks for both of you for the volunteer time you do, whether it be with athletes on the line, Dr. Rawls, and all of your time and energy. I hope you won't have an all-nighter again with all these sports like you did last year.
I hope we do. I
Unless
hope we're playing a
winning.
state.
But let's
Yeah.
get it done with no overtime.
I like it.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, Miss
Thank you,
Sally, that's
Sally.
Sally Gilbert. Thank you with Farmers and Merchants Bank. We appreciate you and appreciate your support. We appreciate the call.
Yeah.
Sally Gilbert calls the 19-yard touchdown and just is like, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do, right?
Right.
Well,
Yep.
thank you, Sally. Thank you for all your time.
You bet.
We're back here at Mountain Home leading 22-6 as Ballard is going to squib kick it down the middle. Field is going to be filled by Rolla and falling on at the 24-yard line. I like that squib kick. Barkley, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Are you going to be
boys.
as good as Sally here?
No, that's a lot to live up to. My goodness, she called it exactly the way it was going to go.
It was amazing.
So Coach Airy saw that last return and was like, hey, Ballard, how about you squib one down there and
That's
make
right.
number 11 drop on it, whatever guy that was. Maybe in 34. It's one of those.
Go Bombers. The
big
Quigleys
guys.
are in Lakeview. They hit us up on the Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line at 870-321-6839. They do have locations in Mountain Home and in Fayetteville. Smith's going to take the snap. It's going to be a handoff, and Blake Vacco comes in and fills the hole nicely for Mountain Home. Hey, speaking of that, on this text line, Blake Vacco's older sister Ashley was tuning in.
Yeah, you see on that play, Barrett and Talon Palmer are playing man. I think with a lead, you can change your strategy a little bit. You may say, hey, we're locking up man, we're going to stop the run. Let's try to get another possession with, 4:40 left here in the first half.
Yep, 4:40 in the first half. Mountain Home leading 22-6. Hey, we got Levi Woods asking if we're sponsored by Mountain Dew. Seeing a lot of Nectar of the Gods out here in front of all of us here. As they are going to take the snap, it is going to be a pitch out to De La Garza around the right side. He's not going to get much as it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. He's going to be tripped up at the 31-yard line. They're going to give him a yard. 3rd down and 4, 4:15 left here in this first half. See if Mountain Home can get a stop and get off the field. That would be excellent.
Yeah, if you can get any points out of this before the half, I think you're elated. You're already with the 22-6 lead and kind of clean things up, look good the last few possessions.
Now remember, Rolla did defer the opening kickoff, and so they will receive the ball to start the second half. As Smith is going to be under center. He's got 2 receivers to his left. He's going to take the snap. He's going to be handoff inside. They like that fullback dive off of this play. Emery is going to get out, rumble out past the first down, past the 35 to the 36 yardage. Going to bring up 1st down and 10 for Rolla.
They're going to have to put it in the air here pretty soon if they're going to want to try to score before the half.
Yeah.
But they have not been successful through the air. I think we're hoping they do throw it.
I think Mountain Home's going to be content right now to let Rolla use clock, make them run this ball, not throw the ball over the top, and say, hey, we're happy with the 22-6 lead here. Smith's going to send the man in motion. It is going to be a pitch to the outside. And Mountain Home is going to string it out really, really well.
Great play by Chenoweth.
Great play by Chenoweth as Morozovich grabs the pitch, goes out for no gain. Chenoweth stayed home as a defensive back, didn't go with his receiver out there and came up and made the tackle, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, they put the running back out there at receiver to block, and Chenoweth just shucked him and kept his outside shoulder free and made the tackle. Good play by him.
Katie Shea, class of 01, once again, another Farmers and Merchants person, right?
Yes.
So Farmers and Merchants, Katie Shea, we appreciate you tuning in here in this second quarter, sponsored by Farmers and Merchants. Oh, Katie Schneider, that's right.
All right, we got a timeout by Rolla.
So Rolla's going to call timeout. 2nd down and 11. Mountain Home on defense. 2:35 left here in this second quarter. Mountain Home leading 22-6.
You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network. So keep hitting us up on the Hopper Termite Pest Control. We got someone from Atlanta, Georgia, Kurt Frazier, class of 82, that's chimed in. Got some shirts that are getting ordered. Dr. K says touchdown Bombers in Gassville. Appreciate you listening in. Mark and Laura Case. Laura's an 87 Mountain Home graduate. They all have been tuning in, I think, each week. We appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to it. Robert's family watching from Fort Worth, Texas. Go Bombers. Back here, Mountain Home leading 22-6, 2:35 left. Barkley, glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
I'm waiting for you to call something. What are you going to call?
I'm not going to call anything. You don't follow a person like that is able to exactly call what happens. That's a odd thing.
So if we get a stop here, we're going to call a timeout. It's 2:35 left. We got all 3 timeouts.
I think you do. Smith's he's going to throw the ball. He's rolling out to his right. He's throwing it down the middle. He's got a man running step for step, and it is just on the outstretched arms of Colton Peter Smith. Talon Palmer is running step for step with him. That had to be a perfect throw and catch. It almost was, but Mountain Home did a good job. Hey, Rolla took their shot. They kind of helped us out and stopped the clock.
Yeah, that's a route they like. They ran that earlier tonight. It's like a little scissors route where the outside guy kind of runs a skinny post and the inside guy runs a little bit of like a skinny wheel. Palmer wasn't in terrible position there. He kind of in the trail position and just couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, it had to be a perfect play. And
third down.
And it almost came away with it, Rolla, but unable to do it. It brings up 3rd down and 10 at the 36. Rolla, Smith's going to roll out to pass again. He's got a man underneath. He found his man. He's going to catch it and stop and change directions as he gets tripped up. Woo, that looked like that was going to be a house call right there. But what a great play by Hunter Estes, just getting a hand and trips him up as he gets to the 40-yard line of Mountain Home. Rolla in business here with 2:21 left on the clock.
Great call by Rolla there. They took their tight end, cleared out the safety, ran a dig behind it, and good pass, good catch. Well, I guess we're lucky that didn't break for something bigger. 2:15 left in the half here. First down, 10 from the 40 for Rolla.
Smith under centers. He takes a snap full. He's going to hand it to that fullback inside, and it's just a kind of pile and scrum in as like Aiden Setzer was there on the tackle. Big Aaron Martin back from Mountain Home 97 filling in the middle gap there as Rolla's going to pick up. They're going to give him, let's say 4-yard line, maybe 3. 2nd down and 7. They're going to get out to the 37-yard line. 1:49 as that clock continues to tick down. I just don't see it.
Rolla's not in a hurry.
No, they're not.
They're not in a hurry up offense. They're down to 1:40 on the clock. They only have 1 timeout. So you got it. You might change your defense up here and play a little more coverage.
Smith under center. They're going to try to pass. He's going to roll out to his left. Getting pressure by Aiden Setzer. Aiden gets a hand up. The pass is going to be down the sideline. Oh, that is going to be a pass interference call. I don't know. Barkley, you got a look on your face.
He nailed the track with the ball. I mean, it was uncatchable at best.
Yeah, I think that's incidental contact. At home, you shouldn't. That's not pass interference.
Yeah,
that's like their feet got tangled up.
Yeah, their feet. There was not a push. There was not hand fighting. I think if they're trying to. I see the Mountain Home coaches saying that ball's uncatchable, but I don't think that the white hat is going to hear it. As they're going to march the ball down to the 22-yard line after the 15-yard penalty.
The good news in college, it's just 15 yards. It's not a spot foul like in
high school.
Yeah, in high school it's just a
if that's a spot foul in the NFL, to be at the 1.
Right.
Well, and this is critical, Brad. Rolla gets the ball to start the second half.
They do, and their kicker's good. So I think you're in range for their kicker right now. They're looking at putting points on the board, trying to double up right here. Smith's going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw it up.
Double move.
It's a double move, and it is going to be in the back of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown Rolla as Colton Peter Smith runs past Talon Palmer, catches the ball in the back of the end zone. Rolla cuts this lead 22-12 with 1:16 left here in this Farmers and Merchants second quarter.
He ran a little stutter and go. Yeah, like he was stopping and ran a go. Good throw, good catch. The other team gets to make good plays too. So we'll see what we do with the ball on the backside here with 1:16 left in the first half.
I'm really surprised they didn't go for 2 here and make it a 1-possession game. I really thought they'd come out and try to grab these 2 points. But
get within 8?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Good call right there. But they are not. They are going to kick it.
as the kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. 1:16 left here in this first half. Rolla 13, Mountain Home 22. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7, and they are watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Yeah, now you got to maybe look at playing a little more coverage and having a little safety help. We're kind of playing man there, no safety help over the top. Because we're trying to stop the run, but we know we really hadn't gotten a lot of pressure except for that one sack on their quarterback.
Right.
This series we didn't really get much pressure.
And I think you called it earlier when you talk about the defensive line. We're not really trying to get upfield because you don't want to lose contain of that fullback coming up the middle, right? I think you're just going to have to count on your D-backs there a little bit to kind of run step for step and make a perfect throw. Once again, that's a great throw.
That was a great throw.
Great throw by Smith, and great catch in the back of the end zone by Peter Smith. And I think he got up and chirped a little bit, let Mountain Home know about it, but hey, I would too.
All his passes, though, have been on that rollout, and he's just trying to get out. Eventually, the Mountain Home area, he's going to put a spy on him, and every time he rolls out, he's going to have a bomber on his back.
Probably be Dunlap coming firing through there or something like that. Minute 16 left here as Rolla set to kick off after they have scored, cutting this lead to 22-13. Rolla's going to approach the ball. It is going to be kicked. It is a long driving kick down inside. And Connor Schultz is going to field it inside the goal line, and Mountain Home will take over first and 10-20. So how aggressive, guys, do you get right here with Brantley?
I think you open it up. Like, you pull the top off of it and say, go have fun. Let's get down this field.
Let's go score?
Yeah, let's go score.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, you got 3 timeouts, so you definitely have time. You know, at Harrison, we were aggressive. You know, threw a deep ball right before the half, and it worked. We'll see if we
the sideline, maybe get a little revenge here after Palmer was the one on defense on that.
He's in the slot up top.
He is slot up top with Dotson. Down here you got BK, and it's no running backs as Brantley's going to keep it. It's going to be a quarterback draw, design draw. He's going to go right, go left, go right, go left. He's going to put his head. He's going to run over somebody out to the 30-yard line. They're going to stop the clock with 1:08 left in this half as Brantley gets first down yardage. Mountain Home first and 10, and they are on the ball quick.
So we're in our hurry up.
Brantley's going to take and spike the ball here. We still have 3 timeouts left. Are you interested? Do we spike it there, or do you call timeout?
Well, because of the first down, they were able to stop the clock. So I think he saved a timeout. That's not a bad call because you can spike it and save. Only lose a couple of seconds.
And save the timeout. So Brantley's going to look to pass. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to throw it deep. He's got Dotson running down the sideline. It is going to be. No, he is not going to be able to pull the ball in. It is going to be knocked away at the last second. The ball is going to be dropped at the 40-yard line. Great coverage right there by Rolla. He was running step for step with Dotson.
I thought
and was able
Dotson had it. Looked like he lost it on the way down to the ground. I thought he had it.
I thought he did too. I was going to be a great catch if Kane was going to be able to pull that ball down. He was not able to do so. But going to bring up third down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Mountain Home looking to be aggressive with 50 seconds left here in this half.
Yeah, you kind of forget about the spike. It's first down, and that was second. So we got third down and 10 right here.
Brantley takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He's going to keep it. He's going to roll out of the pocket to the right. 35. He's going to go down at the 34-yard line. 3-yard gain, and now I think Rolla's going to call timeout. Yep, that's exactly right. They're going to call timeout. 46 seconds left, and how that drive has changed completely there after that spike ball.
Yeah, the whole drive is changed here. We're going to have to punt it now. They get a timeout to stop the clock. They've got 1 timeout left.
They do.
46 seconds left.
So 46 seconds left here in this half. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7. Mountain Home leading 22-13. Yeah, so, that's where do you call the timeout? Is the down more important than the spike? That's, I guess, the question.
It was there.
It was there, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was. It's revisionist history.
But with Brantley, last week at Harrison, he had a 75-yard punt. He's averaging almost 50 a kick. He can flip this field real quick for this defense and get us into half.
Yeah.
So once again, guys, hit us up on the Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line. They have locations in Mountain Home in Fayetteville. Numbers 870-321-6839. Fourth down, and I'm going to call it 6 at the 34-yard line as Brantley is back in punt formation. Mountain Home looking to punt the ball away with 46 seconds left here in this half, leading 22-13. Mountain Home sends a man in motion. The snap is back, is good, and Brantley's going to boom it. That's like what you talked about, Barkley. Rolla's going to field the ball to 25. He's going to get out to the 30, and he's going to sidestep some tackles as Blake Vacco runs it out to the 30. He's got the sideline, out past the 40, 45, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds finally by Caden Del Soto at midfield. Mountain Home's defense is going to have some work to do here as they're going to try to get off this field and keep Rolla from scoring another time before the end of the half.
That was their big receiver they returned that, wasn't it, number 1?
I think so.
Yeah, he had some pretty good moves there. Made us miss 2 or 3 tackles. Be interesting. Rolla, no timeouts, 31 seconds. But like you said, we feel like they got a pretty good leg on that side. So if they can get probably down to the 30 or so, they may be able to give themselves a chance at a field goal.
We appreciate Carl and Sandra Kruger, formerly known as Miss V, from the junior high, listening into Bomber Sports. I'm sure you got some of your boys out here maybe. They're in Gulf Shores, Alabama. As Smith is going to be under center at midfield. He's going to send a man in motion. He's going to take a snap. He's looking to throw. He's got a man down. He pump fakes, and he's going to get swallowed under there. Mountain Home, just like you called, had Dawson Dunlap, Brenton Setzer. He's able to swallow Smith up at the 45-yard line. It is a loss in 5. Once he pump faked, I think it was over as the clock is down to 15 seconds. 14, 13. Go ahead, sorry, Russ.
I was just saying, interesting. I thought he was out of bounds, but they caught him inbounds.
Well, Rolla's not look like they're going to be able to get a playoff here. They're just going to be content to let the clock go. 3, 2, 1. They're not going to get it off. They did not get the playoff. That is the end of the half. Mountain Home leading this game 22-13 here on top of Rolla Bulldogs. We're 1 half down. We got 1 half left to go. We're going to keep it here we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network. What's going to be exciting during this NAEC and next halftime show, we're going to have the dance team performance. We're going to have the cheerleader performance and the band. We're going to have a band performance. So stay tuned. Stay for the NAEC next halftime and listen to those and see those performances. Once again, you're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network. So how long have you got, Matt? You're listening to Bomber Sports Football on Classic Hits 101.7 KCTT Yellville Mountain Home. We are back here at Bomber Stadium, and the noise you're hearing is the cheerleader performance that's going on here at halftime as Mountain Home is leading this game 22-13. We're going to just kind of keep it here and let the cheerleader watch some on Bomber Sports Network. If you have downloaded the app, you can download it. You can see these performances live as the video's coming on. We just saw the cheerleader performance. I believe the dance team is coming up next. We'll also have our performance on band. You will not get to hear us here for this next little bit as we're going to let these guys have their moments and all the work they've been doing. Once again, Mountain Home leading 22-13 here in this first half.
They gotta hit their spot.
We will be back shortly. You're listening to NAEC Next halftime show.
I heard you say that one time and it stuck with me since then.
Facials. They gotta do their faces.
this time, turn your attention to the track in front of you. Bomber Youth Football League is comprised of 30-plus coaches, countless volunteers, and 186 student athletes in 3rd through 6th grade.
Right
with
now,
athletes
you've got
from
the
Mountain Home,
Bombers
Cotter,
sports.
Norfolk, Flippin, Bakersfield, and Caulfield. As we celebrate our young athletes tonight,
Bomber Sports football players getting introduced here. Barkley,
man,
how are the numbers this year?
Man, the numbers are great. I know we ain't got all of them out here today. We've got Russ. We got kids from Flippin, from Norfolk, from Cotter, from Caulfield, Missouri. We've got kids pouring in from all around that are coming in and playing youth football here at Mountain Home. Maybe their school doesn't offer it.
Yeah.
Maybe their parents work here and it's just convenient. But the fact that we had as many as 191 register, we've scholarshiped some. If parents weren't able to afford it or as a circumstance, we've been able to scholarship them. We've got the 3rd grade out here in front of us right now. 2 3rd grade teams, a blue team and a gold team. First-year players just learning the game.
It's awesome. It's awesome, and I like how that they're putting them in. All the kids that are in 1 grade, they're on one team, either the blue or the gold, and dividing them up. You know, I always thought Mountain Home was pretty unique. I thought about this one time, that every town, the next school in any direction from Mountain Home does not have football in all directions, whether it's Gainesville, Bakersfield, Viola, Norfolk, Cotter. There's no football, and sometimes you have to go a couple of towns over to get football, especially south and west. So what you guys have done there in the Bomber football program, really since Coach Airy took it over a few years ago, tried to just change kind of the philosophy and everything, keep it under kind of the Mountain Home Bomber umbrella. I think it's a great idea. Obviously great numbers out here.
Man, I mean, what you're looking at across, one day the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, which I've got upwards of 150 athletes out here, maybe they're Bombers. I mean, they may have a problem. Airy has poured into this so much. He is so excited about what we're doing here and the growth, the potential. These teams practice together. They practice twice, 3 times a week, depending on the coach and what they're needing, and they scrimmage all the time. But when it comes to league play, they do not play each other. Right. And we want to keep that Bomber strong. We want to keep
so
them
the gold
unified.
and the blue never play against each other?
Never play a game worth standings against each other. Now, are they scrimmaging every week? Yeah.
Sure.
And pushing each other to get better.
I was talking with Heather Loftus. I guess she's on the board for the youth program, and she was telling me that they tried the gold and blue, they try to make them equal teams. It's not like one's stacked, one's not.
No.
That way, more kids are getting experience and probably more success doing it that way too, as far as individual teams.
Yeah, some of the teams we play against, Salem, one of their coaches mentioned to me last year when we joined this league that they were scared that we were going to come in with stacked teams.
Oh,
and then after they were able to play us, they said, "Oh, you really did divide them in evenly. You really did try to keep this as even as possible."
Right, and that's important when you're playing maybe smaller towns that field teams, maybe like a Yellville or a Mountain View or a Gainesville, that you try to at least be as fair as you can be with the numbers and constraints you have. And you guys have home games here at Bomber Stadium, and then on the road you're going to, what they say, West Plains, Salem, maybe Green Forest or somewhere.
The gold team, we got a non-conference this year. We get to travel all the way to Prairie Grove. Was able to get a game with them.
Okay.
The blue team tomorrow travels to Highland, Arkansas. They play Highland. Highland's a very, very good football team, football-rich town.
Yeah.
And then the gold teams are here playing Thayer, Missouri. Thayer, you would think, it's a small town like Thayer.
That's a big, rich football tradition there for sure.
That's an old football town, and they've just got strong football-driven boys that have been watching high school games since they were little, and that's what they want to be as a Thayer Bobcat. We're trying to create the same thing right here with Mountain Home. So they're out there creating the future Bombers that these people are going to be watching in another 10 years. It's great.
Right, and that's how you develop culture, and when Airy was hired, he kind of understood that we needed to work to change the culture here and expect more, and he's done that a lot. My son's a 10th grader now, but my oldest son, they're expecting them to show up in the summer and show up for workouts, show up for these team camps that they can have. It's a lot's changed over the last 15 or 20 years what they're allowed to do in the summer. I know the 9th grade incoming, the kids in 8th grade going into 9th grade play that summer league or spring league up in in Missouri, and that's been huge for the junior high program with Coach Crow doing a great job down there. By the way, got a win last night at Elkins. The 7th grade won over there at Elkins. Drove to Elkins and 7th grade won, and then the 9th grade won.
Yeah, and like you said there, Russ, the culture. I've got so many of these Bombers that are coming up to do practice with these 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
Oh, wow.
They come up, they pour in. Here's how your stance can be better. Here's how you can block better. Here's where this route's supposed to be ran. So we've got, volunteer coaches, but I've got 15 or 20 Bombers that are coming up pouring into these little people every week.
And, I'm a football guy. I grew up playing a lot of football, but, there's a reason why these big colleges all want to have a successful football program, because it sets the tone for the school, for the town, for the culture. And it's difficult if you have football, but it's not good. It's difficult to get the type of school spirit you can get when you have a football team that has some success, like the Bombers have had the last few years here.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been here over the last 10 years, yourself, myself, Brad, I mean, it's changed. It's the dynamic have changed. What are you doing on Friday night? It's not a question anymore. I'm going to be at the stadium. Where are you going to be? I'll be right there beside you. And before, that wasn't the case. And that's something that Erie has brought in. That's something that's just created a culture here that is infectious.
Yeah, so we got the Next, powered by NAC, halftime show here. I have Next at my home here in Mountain Home. I actually live really close to town, but I'm in the country, and I have Next. And one thing I love about Next is when you call to get something done, you get someone that lives here close. I mean, this is a true story. I've called and had some internet problems and had a guy there within an hour. He was like, I know where I can see where you live. I'll be there in an hour. It's like, oh, okay. I'm just trying to get something soon. But other services, sometimes you get someone in a different country that may or may not speak English the way you do it. But here at Next, that's one good thing. It's all local people helping local people.
And I tell you, Next and NAC, they're just enthralled in the schools. By choice, by not choice, but they're by choice by sponsoring this halftime. They were going to sponsor tonight's halftime band performance, but I'm just going to go through a list of all the kids. So I personally grew up a co-op baby. We call them co-op babies, right? NAEC, I grew up a co-op baby. Next is kind of the next thing in that. And, but it's just a family. It really is a family, and you love seeing all these people around. But I grew up a co-op baby. But here's a list of the kids that are in our school programs that have families that are with NAEC and Next. Eli Jones, Jay Jones' son, 12th grade football. Adam Jones, Jay Jones' son, they're twins, 12th grade track. He's setting some records in track in there. Eston Ford, Kara Ford's son, 12th grade football. Caleb Purdue, Jeremy Purdue's son, he's a senior in football. Alexa Estes, Justin Estes' daughter, once again, her grandpa was there, and Justin's there, and then Pierce Blackman, Jim Blackman's son, he's a senior tennis player. Their tennis team's playing good right now. They're doing good things. Witten Coleman, Connie Coleman, which is my daughter, she's going to be a senior in basketball, and juniors, Jack Coleman, Mel CEO's grandson, he's on the band, and so he's there. Golf team and band. Barrett Miller, we talked about that. His mom works at FF&M, but
the Millers are getting all the pub
Millers
tonight.
are all the pub tonight. I hope he keeps scoring touchdowns. But Barrett Kenny he works for them. Drew Haney, Julie Haney's son, he's 11th grade football and baseball. Hannah Purdue, Jeremy Purdue's daughter, she's an 11th grade dance team manager. Ford Coleman, my son's a sophomore, and he's 10th grade football team freshman. McKenna Miller and Anna Ford. So Anna Ford is Kara Ford's daughter. McKenna Miller's Kenny's younger sister. She's a great little basketball player in 9th grade, also a great track. Ryan Trammell, Kurt Trammell's son, 8th grade football. He was over at Elkins. They got one of those wins and did a good job over there. Case Harden, Sean Harden's son, 7th grade trap. He's on the trap shooting team. Heard he's a really good little shooter and great trap program. And next you got Emma Cooley, Amanda Cooley's daughter. She's an FFA, and Case Cooley, which Amanda Cooley's son. He's an 8th grade football and FFA and trap team. So just enthralled in the schools through NAEC and Next, and do so much for our programs and the schools, and we love it so much that this community is just awesome. You guys know it, you live here, but the community supports the schools, and like you mentioned, Russ, it's people you know. Right? It's people that you're going to see on Friday night at the games. Just like you said, Barkley, it's become an atmosphere where you want to be there. You're missing out if you're not there, right? So
It's the place to be on Friday nights, and the culture here around Mountain Home, the sponsorship, this program, the people, Farmers and Merchants Bank, all these different people that are pouring into this program, the Gridiron Club. It's just creating something very special. And when you have these special moments, you want to hold on to them.
So I tell you what, we're going to take one more break. We got 5:40 left. Normally we'd have the band performance right here that's going on. Mr. Chetnick sent me a letter about what was going on. They didn't because there is weather in the area. It's moving its way through. I looked at the radar.
Is it
quickly
raining?
moving. It is raining out there, actually. It's a little light.
I see a guy with
sprinkle.
an umbrella in the corner, and I was like, okay, is it raining?
Yeah, no, it's a little light sprinkle right there. We're losing. Some of the fans are kind of cleared out on us a little bit, but there is a little sail kind of working its way down. It is weakening as it gets here.
Sure.
I think it's moving through pretty quickly. I don't think it's going to interrupt our halftime or our second half of football as Mountain Home leads this 22-13. We're going to take a quick break. We will be back. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Tired of paying that high cable or satellite service bill every month? Or what about paying for multiple streaming services and have to switch between apps to get everything you want? Brad's Home Entertainment has your solution. All your networks, weather, news, sports, and entertainment in one box. Pay yearly programming and it breaks down to as little as $35 per month. Thousands of channels at your fingertips. That's at Brad's Home Entertainment, home of Big Box Brad. Call or come by to see for yourself. 877-492-0700 or bigboxbrad.com.
White River Materials has earned a reputation for producing industry-leading high-quality results. They have the experience and equipment to perform each project quickly, safely, and cost-efficiently. Privately owned and operated, White River Materials prides themselves in quality work with the customer's best interest in mind. If you need limestone or concrete products, or someone to do the job correctly the first time, give White River Materials a call today at 425-3431 or 425-4510.
Discover the refreshing difference at
And we're back here at halftime, sponsored by Next, powered by NAEC. Mountain Home leading the Rolla Bulldogs 22-13. About 2.5 minutes here. Barkley, what kind of stats do you have for us here from that first half?
So like you said, 22-13. Two of those points came off of a safety. Rolla threw it right over his head. Punter was in the back of the end zone. We took those 2 points. Got 3 additional touchdowns. Missed one of those extra point kicks. We're looking at 14 pass attempts, 6 completions for a grand total of 74 yards. So 12 yards per completion isn't bad. Brantley's definitely been throwing more this first half. But the tail of the tape is 29 rushes for 193 yards in your first half. That'll get you 6.6 yards a touch. And anytime, like we talked before the game, you're getting those 6 yards a touch, you're just going to keep on leaning.
Yeah, I think that's Mountain Home's deal. You know, Russ, you kind of mentioned we actually kind of made this a game when it felt like about halfway through that first quarter there, we had a chance to kind of take full control of this game.
Yeah, if you look back at that interception in the end zone, if you score there, now you're probably looking at more of a 29-13. You feel a little more comfort. You know, they're within 9 points, 2 scores here, but they're definitely. I have a feeling Rolla likes where they're at right now. You know, I'm a little disappointed with the safety. We didn't get some little crazier number we could talk about, but it's always nice to get like a 19 or something like that you don't ever see. But I think Rolla's got to like where they're at, coming out with a little bit of confidence. Their last couple drives did okay, and had a little bit of a shot there at the end to make a little push for a field goal, but just time-wise couldn't get the attempt.
So the rain is starting to come down pretty decent right here. This is that one little cell that we were talking about that was making its way, kind of coming down from Bull Shoals kind of down into this area right here. But is that going to affect Rolla whatsoever? They were able to try to find something passing the game. Are they going to be able to stick with that with a wet ball?
Hey, with a wet ball, I'll take my rush yards per attempt all day long. Bombers look good out here. This might be a little bit of a gift.
So both teams are on the field, and guys, guess what? I think we have some breaking news. We have a sideline report coming to you all the way from New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Are we in the ocean yet, or are we?
New Orleans. Let's find out. We got our man Tobias has called in, left us a message. Let's hear what he has to say.
Getting ready to catch the boat to Mexico, but I wasn't going to leave without a special surprise. You guys got some food delivered up to the box tonight from Raps Barron. So big shout out to Raps Barron tonight for providing the pregame meal for the broadcast team. It does look like we might be sailing through a little bit of a hurricane, fellas. A little bit of a tropical storm. But no worries. We'll be dodging that like the Bombers will be dodging the Rolla defense tonight. I'm predicting my score right now. I'm saying Bombers 40, Rolla 7. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply. They have stepped up huge. They're going to sponsor our Fan of the Week. So we'll be giving away a portable fan now for those winners. So really excited. I know you guys are going to be announcing that in the third quarter. So some little tweaks, little extras we added in the bye week. We're super, super excited. Just want everybody to participate in that. Text.
And that was Tobias as he is down in New Orleans getting ready to sound like dodge a hurricane. That's crazy.
That's right. I hope he has his little scopolamine patch on for nausea.
Well, we were just now finished up our next Powered by NAC halftime report. And like he said, we did get food from Raps Barron. We really appreciate that. Well, we have some ahi nachos, tuna nachos, and some
loaded fries and the pretzel.
The pretzel with the cheese sauce. It was so good, man. We appreciate Rap Barron and those guys as we are getting set here for this second half. It will be Rolla's ball to start the second half. Once again, you can hit us up on our text line at Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line located in Mountain Home and in Fayetteville. It's 870-321-6839. Mountain Home set to kick off. They will be going right to left in this third quarter with a 22-13. Rolla will be receiving the kick. They will be going left to right.
Hopefully we get a good kickoff coverage here. Last time we squibbed it because the one before they ran it for about 40 yards.
It looks like it's going to be a squib kick again. Great bounce on that squib kick. It's going to go all the way down to the 21. It's going to be fielded there. Man, Ballard got two really big bounces, which is exactly what you want to see on those squib kicks.
It's a nice job there by Isaac Ballard, sophomore, also a soccer player.
Yep. Nice to have him. He kicked the ball great for us last year in our ninth grade football program.
He did. It looks like Barrett Miller may have a little injury they're kind of to deal with. You see Gus Wilbur starting in his spot this second half at the strong safety.
Nice pick up there as Rolla is going to be under center as they take over at first down, and there's going to be a handoff up the middle. Mountain Home defensive line doing a good job as Rolla picks up and giving 2 yards out to the 25-yard line. Second down and 8.
With the rain, you may have a little more problem with throwing the ball, so maybe the team that's been using their wet ball drill the most might get the most out of the second half here. We'll see if it has any impact.
So we're all going to be second down and 8 at the 25-yard line. Mountain Home has 10 of their guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. We're all going to roll back. Smith's going to throw the ball. He's looking to his right. He gets hit by Aiden Setzer. The ball is up. It is picked off. Gus Wilbur at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's going to get wrestled down, and what a block inside there.
Big 52 laid the wood.
Noah Greninger says, I'm tired of getting hit. He's going to come and lay the wood to somebody, and they're going to get him for a blindside block, it looks like, out at the 16-yard line. Good pickup there. Dr. Rawls on picking up that Gus Wilbur was in the game, and he made it known. He made his presence known immediately with that pick, but Aiden Setzer with a great job there, getting pressure on the quarterback.
The defense, the pressure is what we were talking about in the first half. We need to get the pressure on the quarterback. We made him scramble. He was trying to hit number 1 on that skinny post route that they almost hit earlier, and Chenoweth had pretty good coverage. He came across to the dig on this side, but he was having to scramble, couldn't get enough on it. Gus got underneath it. Greninger knocks number 71 into a different county on a blindside block.
You can't do that. That's one thing they took out of the game to help make it safer. Used to, when there's an interception, you had to have your head on a swivel or you were going to be that guy, right? But Mountain Home nonetheless takes over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Great change of momentum play here to start this second half. So Brantley's going to go around the right side. He's going to take a snap. He's going to pick up 1 yard out to the 31-yard line. Bring up second down and 9.
Good defense by the Bulldogs there. They kind of had Chenoweth hemmed up too. Brantley kept it and scrambled for only a yard.
Second down and 9 at the 31. Mountain Home in their first possession of this opening possession of this second half, looking to try to take over on some points here after the turnover. Brantley takes the snap. He's going to put it in the belly of Chenoweth. Chenoweth's going to make a man miss inside of 30. Going to run over a guy out past the 30 down into the 26-yard line. Man, Chenoweth just laid his head down. They're going to say he was down knee at the 27. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, he gets a tough 4 yards there, but good run by Jacob. He's really ran the ball well tonight, and we're going to need him to step up in the second half because Barrett looks like he's a little banged up, and we haven't seen Dunlap in the backfield tonight. Bellamy's the only other running back we've seen.
I wonder if they're trying to protect Dunlap a little bit. We saw him go out in that first quarter with that injury, just not getting him out there, getting him hit, making sure that he doesn't have any other issues on the offensive side of the ball. Brantley's going to take a pitch. It's going to be an option pitch to Chenoweth. Chenoweth's going to get on the right side. He's going to get down to the 25-yard line. They're going to give him 1 yard. Going to bring it 4th down and 3 at the 25. Mountain Home has a man down, but he's getting up. You're going to bring it 4th down and 3. What do you do, guys, here? 25-yard line?
What's that, 42-yard field
42.
goal?
They're going quick.
With a little bit of wind here.
They're going to go quick. Brantley tries to get a hard count, almost draws Rolla offsides. Ackland getting the play into Brantley. Brantley's going to have Chenoweth on his right side, 2 receivers on his left, 2 on his right. He's going to take the snap. He's going for it all. He's thrown to the back of the end zone. It's Palmer. It's caught! It is going to be caught. What a great call. 4th down and 3. Touchdown, Bombers! 25-yard pass and catch. Brantley Phillips to Talon Palmer on a go route with a 4th and 3. What a call right there. 9:18 left here in this Twin Lakes Orthopedic third quarter.
Reminds us of Harrison, a little bit less dramatic, but Harrison play. Ballard there with a good kick.
Ballard's kick is up and good, giving Mountain Home a 29-13 lead. 16-point game here with 9:18 left in the Twin Lakes Orthopedic third quarter. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
So Rolla kind of ruins their ball advantage by deferring to the second half by getting a turnover on their first series.
Yeah.
So we kind of get back in the game on that, and actually not a bad position by their corner, just didn't play the ball very well there at the end, and Talon Palmer came away with the catch. Good play by him.
Makes you wonder, Russ, if Ackland saw something that he liked on that match. I mean, that's not your traditional 4th and 5 play.
No, but that's a good sign for the Bombers moving forward, like we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you look right there, and if you're Coach Ackland, you're sitting there and you're thinking, hey, we got to change the event. It's 4th and 3. They're not expecting this. Even if we give the ball back to them right now, it's okay. We didn't lose anything but time, and we're up anyways. Let's take a shot. You got to love it. As Mountain Home is set to kick off after the 25-yard passing strike from Phillips down to Palmer as Ballard approaches the ball. He's going to onside kick it. It's an onside kick, but Rolla was expecting it. They are going to get the ball at the 49-yard line. Mountain Home giving up kind of precious field position there, but that'd been nice to get that one.
Yeah, almost made me wonder if the guys knew he was doing the onside kicks. We didn't really have anybody going after the ball, and it wasn't like the guys were blocking for Ballard. But,
I wonder if Ballard saw something maybe that they took off the play before and tried to sneak that in there. Hey, don't forget to hit us up on the Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line located in Mountain Home and in Fayetteville. If you need them, either spot, they are there for you. That text line number is 870-321-6839. Hit us up on that text line. You can also order your Coleman Pugsley 24 t-shirts available by pre-order only on that text line, or email us at colemanpugsley24@ktlo.com. We'll need shirt size, name, and phone number. All proceeds go to Gridiron Club. As Smith takes the snap, and he is going to hand it off into Morozovic, and it is going to go nowhere as Eli Jones fires through there from that defensive end position, making a great play for a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 at the 48-yard line.
We've alluded to this before, but I've been impressed with Coach Airie's defense, making adjustments in the second half ever since he's been here, and I wouldn't expect anything less against Rolla tonight.
2nd and 12. The big boys up front are doing good work from Mountain Home. Smith, he's dropping back to pass. Ooh. Aiden Setzer has all kind of pressure on him. He's going to get the pass away, but it is barely going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Wait, the ball's on the ground. So the official on this side was rolling the clock like it needed to go. If that's the case, it's a fumble. Mountain Home picked it up, but I think they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 13 here.
I feel like he made a football move.
I do too, and they're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
But the clock is still running, so if it was an incomplete pass, the clock should stop.
They saying it was down on contact?
They're saying it's down on contact, maybe. Then he did it, maybe so. 8:05 left here in this Twin Lakes Orthopedic 3rd quarter as Rolla's dropping back to pass. He's going to take a shot. He's going deep. Palmer is in great coverage, and Palmer knocks the ball away. Great job there by Talon Palmer. Rolla has found something they like going after Palmer. Palmer's been good 2 times as Rolla's got a man down on the field on that other side over there. It does look like it's number 1, Colton Petersmith. Got an injury over there. It looks like he kind of just he fell down. He is getting up to his feet right here. Good job, their coaches right there with him.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 13. Yeah, Peter Smith is one that caught that nice catch in the end zone down here and had another chance to catch one off his fingertips earlier. So I just feel like that, with them down by 3 scores now, that they need to do something, and they're going to go to their guy, and I think that's him.
That's him, yeah. He's definitely got the targets tonight from him, Russ. I mean, and that quarterback's still rolling out. But what I love about this half compared to last is the Setzer twins are teeing off on him. Yeah. Anytime he draws up to throw, he's looking one of them in the eye.
They're seeing something. They know that a pass is coming. They're not staying home. Now they're going. I was talking to Setzer's dad actually at halftime. He's like, they're not doing anything tonight. Say something about him. I was like, I think it's game plan, but let's see if we make that adjustment. 4th down and 13, 7:54 in the Twin Lakes Orthopedic 3rd quarter. Mountain Home leading 29-13. As Rolla is back to punt. Looks like Mountain Home has Dotson back deep. The punt is a good one. High kick. Dotson going to come up. He's going to field it at the fair catch at the 15-yard line. That is where Mountain Home will take their 2nd possession of the half. Russ, you might know a little bit about this Twin Lakes Orthopedic place. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, yeah. Twin Lakes Orthopedics. You got myself, Dr. McConnell, and Dr. Souter. Dr. McConnell and Dr. Souter on the sideline tonight. Dr. Souter just joined us from Childress, Texas, up in the Panhandle. He's loved being in an area that has trees over about 12 foot tall. He said, where I came from, what did he say? You can stand on your tailgate and watch your dog run away for 3 days. So he's loving this area with some rolling hills, mountains, and a lot taller trees.
So Mountain Home takes the snap. It's going to be an inside handoff, and looks like we did a good job. Is it Box Dollar down here, 74, blocking all the way down? I don't know if is that Box Dollar or is that Yarbrough? I think it's Yarbrough, number 74. He was blocking about 10 yards down the field as Mountain Home picks up 5 on first down.
Yeah, Nathan Yarbrough.
Yep, Chenoweth stays inside. Brantley takes the snap. Chenoweth around the right side this time. 25. He's going to lower his head, meet contact at the 30 or 25-yard line. It's going to get him out to the 26-yard line. It's going to be first down. Mountain Home.
Yeah, I think with Barrett out right now, we're going to lean on Chenoweth here. And as long as we can keep getting 4 or 5 yards of carry, I think you're going to see a lot of this. And again, be opportunistic through the passing game.
So we got Grandma and Grandpa Wilbur watching from Missouri. Glad to see Gus get the interception, I bet. Handoff is going to go inside, and Mountain Home, it looks like he's at Chenoweth running hard between the tackles. He's going to get all the way out to the 35-yard line. I mean, it looks like that play is over, and all of a sudden you see him there, and he just keeps his feet going.
Yeah, he just eclipsed 100 yards on the night. He's touched the ball 16 times. I mean, they're just feeding him.
Yeah, this is the Jacob Chenoweth we saw as a sophomore. He's back.
Brantley's going to fake it to Chenoweth this time. He's going to get pressure, and he's going to get snowed under. Rolla sent a linebacker blitz along the right side. Mountain Home looked like they were going to take a shot there on 2nd down and 1 with that play action fake. Jacob got to come over and maybe pick up that blocker there, and he came free. We had the receivers going open, but it's going to push us back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10 as a 9-yard loss on the sack at the 29-yard line.
Yeah,
or 26-yard line.
Looked like they just brought more than we could block, and Brantley, as he plays more, he's going to see that and either hit his hot route or throw it away and fight another day.
3rd down and 10 as Brantley's going to take the snap. He's looking to his right. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to keep the ball, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 1 right here. Going to bring up 3rd down and 11 or 4th down and 11, as Mountain Home is going to be set to punt with 5:56 left here in this Twin Lakes Orthopedic third quarter.
Like Ackland had a quarterback draw there. Bryce Kincaid was blocking downfield, never turned around, so it was some sort of called run for Brantley. Just wasn't there. Brantley did what he could. Got 4th and 12. Hopefully get a good punt here.
So Brantley back to punt. Snap is good. The kick is away. The kick is a low driving punt. As it's going to hit, they're going to say it's going to bounce out of bounds. Oh. It looked like it stayed in and took a huge Mountain Home bounce all the way down to the 20-yard line, but it's not. It is all the way. It's going to go out of bounds at the 40. Rolla will take over possession there here with 5:48 in the third quarter, trailing Mountain Home 29-13.
All right, time for the defense to step back up here. Rolla gets decent field position here around the 40, their own 40, with 5:48 left in the third quarter.
1st down and 10 at the 40.
I said 3 scores earlier. I guess technically it's 2 scores with two two-point conversions.
It's going to be a handoff inside. He's going to keep his feet mowing. It looks like the big fullback right here is going to take the carry off the left side, get out to about midfield. They're going to say he does cross into Mountain Home territory to the 39 as Emory picks up 11 yards and a 1st down carry.
Hunter Estes came up, made a good hit, just didn't wrap up. You got a bigger running back like that. You got to go a little lower and you got to wrap up good. He got a little yak yards after contact and got the 1st down there.
1st down at the 49-yard line as they are in Rolla's in Mountain Home territory. It's going to be handoff inside to Emory. Emory's going to keep his feet going. Mountain Home's going to try to stand him up. That's a big back to try to bring down as he's going to rumble out for 4 yards. They're going to say 5 as he crosses over the 45 to the 44-yard line.
He's a load. I mean, anytime he touches the ball, he's just going to get 3. He's one of those backs that you can just keep feeding. He looks like Jerome Bettis down there.
He does, the bus junior.
Yeah, he definitely looks more than 215 from this vantage point. Or maybe he's less than 5'9".
Smith under center, going to fake it to Emery, drop back to pass. He's got a man running deep. He's going to overthrow his receiver as he throws it kind of to the outside. It looked like his receiver, Peter Smith, kind of went on the inside of the little skinny post. He thought he was going to run straight down the middle of the field.
That's that route they like, the little scissors route, him running the skinny post, and the little skinny wheel route for out and up for the number 2. But good pressure again. I didn't see who was on him, but that was good pressure again on the quarterback. That's been the key in our success in the passing game.
Can bring up 3rd down and 5 at the 44-yard line. Smith going to be under center as he brings the man in motion. He's going to hand it. He's going to keep it. Put it in the belly of Emery, and he's going to keep it around the left side. He's going to pick up 3. He's going to be about 2 yards short. They're going to say 4. He's going to be 1 yard short of the first down. Going to bring up a huge 4th down and 1 for the Bombers to try to get off the field with 4:29 left here in this Twin Lakes Orthopedics 3rd quarter.
4th and long 1. They're probably going to try to draw us off sides. And I bet they're going to, I don't know. I would think they would hand it to that fullback. He's gotten 3 or 4 yards every play.
He's got to be averaging 4 yards a touch.
There's a 4th down and 1, 4-12. Emery behind Smith. And they are going to try to draw Mountain Home off sides, and they do. You had Vaco look like he was going to come up the middle. Looked like Del Soto was coming up the middle. Mountain Home looked like we were selling all out right there to try to stop that fullback dive, and they caught us jumping off sides a little too quick. They're going to pick up a cheap 1st down on the 5-yard penalty by Mountain Home.
You know, those 4th and shorts, especially under 2 or 3 yards, that's where we, as we get more experience, your seniors got to be like, watch the ball, don't be offside. Same thing on punts and that sort of thing as well.
1st down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Smith's going to drop back to pass. He's looking right. He's under pressure. You got Brenton Setzer on one side, Big Greninger on the other. He's going to throw the ball down the field. It's going to be caught. Great passing catch inside the 30-yard line, down to the 26. Found his man, Peter Smith, as Smith rolls out under pressure, makes a great pass down to the 26-yard line.
Little scramble drill there. He rolls out to his right. Peter Smith just comes back to him. Usually someone comes back, somebody goes deep. Great, actually just a great throw and catch right there. 2nd down and 1.
It's going to be a short one as they're going to get all the way to the 26. They got to get to that 30-yard line.
They may take a shot here.
I think they might too. Smith, nope, they're going to hand it off to Emery up the middle. He's going to be around the left side, and he's just going to do what he's been doing all night, average about 3 or 4 carries, 3 or 4 yards of carries. He takes the ball inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line.
Got big Aaron Martin, 97, coming in for 52, Noah Greninger. Give Greninger a little break. Dunlap is in there. And then, again, we got Wilbur in there for Barrett Miller.
So, you know, if you're Mountain Home's defense, you're on the field for a while here, but it's taken Rolla a long time to score. You're leading 29-13. Rolla's going to take the pitch to the outside to Morovich. Morovich is going to fight for yardage as he's going to go down to the, he's going to give him about, the 16-yard line?
Yeah, I think that's the first toss sweep we've seen. It's actually a pretty good run by him. We had him hemmed up for maybe a 2-yard gain, and he kept his feet moving and turned it into a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Morozovich looks good on that outside when he's running the ball. I don't know that they don't like something on the outside or just like something with Emery better, but I'd try to be feeding him the ball if I was Raw a little bit more. He's running the ball hard. 2nd down and 5 as the handoff's going to go inside to Emery again. They're going to keep feeding that bell cow.
Big 3rd down here. No gain on that.
Yeah, they're going to give him a minimal gain. I think they're going to bring up 3rd down and 4 as they're going to say he's down to the 21. I'll tell you what, I did chain gain. There's nothing worse than a ref that does in-between yardages. Right. You're just like, go to one or go to the other, right?
Big 97 clogged that one up good.
Yeah, he filled it. Yep, Aaron Martin's a big kid. Big kid does a good job in the middle. 3rd down, 4. Don't give him a cheap one by jumping off sides right here. Watch the hard count. Smith takes the shot. It's going to be a quick pass on the outside. He's going to find his man inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line. Nice little passing catch from Smith. Was that Rashovit?
No, that was Peter.
That was Peter Smith again out there.
Yeah, Peter Smith just runs a 5-yard stop, comes back to the ball. Good play by Chenoweth there, coming up, making a tackle. It's for a 1st down, but it wasn't a touchdown. So
1:31 left here in this Twin Lakes Orthopedics 3rd quarter. Mountain Home leading 29-13. Handoff is going to be up the middle, off the left side, and Rolla is going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Rolla, as they feed Emery off that left side. He rumbles in for a 6-yard score. Rolla's going to cut this lead now 29-19 with the extra point looming.
Here comes your 2-point conversion.
Yeah, here comes your 2-point conversion. You got to try to get it to a 1-score game, right?
Big 34's been doing it for them. They're a few yards out. I know we're stacked up for it, but I'd expect them to throw it to him.
I would trust my man-on-man defense, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take the ball, and it looks like we held him up. Big stop by Mountain Home as they keep Emery out of there. I couldn't tell who it looked like that was coming up. 17, Gus Wilbur in there, Aaron Martin in there.
Aaron Martin was in there.
Great job there by Mountain Home, keeping this a 2-score game, 29-19, 1:26 left in the third quarter. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Great job by the defense there. That's a big stop because now it's two scores again with only 1:26 left in the third quarter.
It changes, Russ. I mean, when you know that they've got to score twice, it allows you to approach the offensive series, this drive right here, totally different.
Yeah.
You're able to have a little bit more lax. The sideline should be laxed. I expect them to come out, continue to ground and pound. We've got a ton of rushing attempts tonight. Rush yards are over 216. It's been a great night for the running backs and Brantley Phillips running the ball.
So 29-19, 1:26 left here in this Twin Lakes Orthopedic Sports Medicine third quarter. Mountain Home about to get the ball, trying to answer a scoring drive here that Rolla has put together. As the kick is going to be high one. It is going to be fielded by Connor Schultz at the 5. He's going to bring it out past the 10, 15, 20. He's going to fight for yards at the 25. Hang on to that ball when you get stood up like that. Get to the 25.
Good job by Connor Schultz. He's got great speed. Good job protecting the ball. You could tell someone had told him, "Don't you fumble this thing," because even right after he caught it, he kind of put both hands on the ball. But great job by him. So we got Jacob Bellamy in at running back. They're going to give Chenoweth a breather, and hopefully we can get something going here. Also see Tate Cudworth in the
slot receiver out there.
The slot.
He took now Bryce Kincaid's out there. So Brantley going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Bellamy. Bellamy's going to come around this left side. He's going to get tripped up right as he gets to the 30-yard line. Going to be a nice gain, though, of 5 yards. They're going to say 4 yards. No, they're giving me 5 out to the 30-yard line. Going to bring up second down and 5. Hey, if Jacob Bellamy can come in and give you some time like that, that's good. That's good stuff.
No,
for the
that's a
Bombers.
great run by Jacob. He saw a little cut back there and took it. Oh, bad snap.
Bad snap, but Brantley's going to take it and turn it into and he is gone.
Oh,
he gets a shoestring tackle. Brantley took the bad snap, ran it right up the middle, got past the 40, got just tripped up at the 45-yard line. He was about to be off to the races, but instead it's going to be a first down Mountain Home at the 47-yard line as they are marching to try to get into Rolla territory. Snap is down. It's going to be Bellamy up the middle. 2 hands on the ball. They're ripping the ball. He makes a man miss it. He's gone. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, push, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Bombers!
Great run by Jacob Bellamy.
Jacob Bellamy with a 53-yard touchdown run. Made men miss, outran someone, kept his feet right at the end zone, dives for the end zone, gives Mountain Home a 35-19 lead with 26 seconds left in this Twin Lakes Orthopedics and Sports Medicine third quarter.
Great run by Jacob Bellamy. Broke a couple tackles and then just took it to the house. I thought that number, I think it was number 4, had an angle, but couldn't get him down.
Ballard in, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Ballard tacks on the extra point, making it 36-19 with 26 seconds left in this third quarter. Mountain Home leading over Rolla Bulldogs. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
They just, as far as I would think, you're going to slow the game down. You're going to chew clock. You're going to lean on the lead you got. This team just doesn't go slow. They are up tempo, got to go. And to the coaching, to the players, it's just staying in our rhythm.
Yeah, tempo was something you never saw 15 years ago, but now then it's nice to have that in your armamentarium to break out, to try when you need it, to keep it going, especially, different states and conferences do things different ways. And if you're not used to seeing people, get on the ball and go, it can be detrimental because you're trying to get subs in and you're like, oh, they're about to snap the ball.
I tell you what, guys, one thing we need to do here in the third quarter before it comes to an end, we need to give away our Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply Fan of the Game. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, more than a farm store, right? Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply Fan of the Game is going to be our man,
Sam Simer.
It is a portable fan. Sam does so much with our youth program as Ballard kicks this ball off down to the 35-yard line. They're going to bring it out to the 39. That's where behind the scenes. When you see the little blow up that comes, youth football, he was here tonight doing work. He's going to be here tomorrow doing work again. Sam is our fan of the week. We appreciate you, Sam. Make sure you stop by Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply and pick up your fan.
That's the thing people don't see. Sam's out here traveling away. He's out here for whoever's playing. I mean, his dedication to this program is immeasurable.
We appreciate Sam and all your work, and thank you. And you are now our fan of the week. As the handoff is going to go inside from Smith to Emery, he's going to pick up. They're going to give him 3 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
That tackle right there puts Vacco at 11 for the game, plus an additional sack. I mean, he's been everywhere today for these Bombers.
Blake's had a great game. I know his sister Ashley's been listening, and she texted in on the Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line, 870-321-6839. Hit us up during this break as we come to the end of the third quarter. Sponsored by Twin Lakes Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Bombers leading 36-19. We have 1 quarter left for a Bomber victory. See if we can hold on. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Baxter Real Estate Company. While they welcome new faces, their agents are seasoned experts in the realm of real estate, particularly the captivating Twin Lakes area. With a treasure trove of knowledge and years of experience under their belts, their team offers unrivaled guidance to fulfill your property dreams. The area is Discover the refreshing difference at Baxter Real Estate Company. While they welcome new faces, their agents are seasoned experts in the realm of real estate, particularly the captivating Twin Lakes area. With a treasure trove of knowledge and years of experience under their belts, their team offers unrivaled guidance to fulfill your property dreams. The area is experiencing a rise in listing inventory. Whether buying or selling, trust their experts to navigate the market with finesse. Baxter Real Estate Company, the Twin Lakes area's best choice for local realtors to help you find that perfect property.
Water everywhere and not a drop to drink. Well, a healthy, clean, clear Connecticut purified drop of water, that is, right at your fingertips. Connecticut reverse osmosis drinking water. It is very affordable. Never haul another bottle to fill up again, and never worry if the stores are out of water or waste all that plastic. Connecticut, the leader in water treatment. We are ready to serve all your water needs. 45 years as a family business to serve your family as ours. Connecticut, across from Dairy Queen, 425-4167.
He's done well tonight. A couple of fair catches and securing the ball. get the ball about on the 18 here.
As Rolla went down, and 4th down and 7. Are you surprised they didn't go for it there?
I guess in their own territory, maybe they think they've got a little bit of time. 4th and 7 inside your own 40. You probably can't do that at this point. Now next series they probably will have to if in that position.
Brantley's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Chenoweth around the right side. He's going to stay patient. 20, 25. It's going to be. It looks like a holding call going to be coming back right there.
Kingston
McMeacham. I think that's who they're going to get right here. That's why that opened up.
The thing was, Kingston did a good job. He set the edge, but as soon as Chenoweth got around, he didn't let go. And if they see that shirt tugged at all, you're going to get the call. So good job, is those linemen. You set the edge, but keep your hands in, and you got to resist the temptation.
Just the sorry guys, just the penalty for the Bombers this game. It's not I've only got 2 for Rolla, 3 for us. It hasn't been bad at all.
Been a clean game. Yeah.
David Wallace, class of 90, hits up on the Hopper Termite and Pest Control text line 321-6839. Said they're enjoying the Booth family watching and appreciate them listening in. That is going to be pushed back, 1st down, and they're going to call it 7 here. 17 as Brandon's going to keep them off the right side. 20, 25, 30. He's going to get grabbed by the shoelaces out at the 32-yard line. It is going to be a 1st down. Left here in this Clay Maxey Chevrolet 4th quarter.
Quarterback keep on a trap there, and Brantley did a great job. We need ball security here in the 4th quarter.
Brantley's going to keep it up the middle again. He's going to go off the right side, dive forward, out past the 35 to the 36. Bring up 2nd down and 6. They're going to give him 4 on that. We just need to put a drive together like we used to stack Lincoln logs together.
Yeah, Lincoln logs. You gotta stack them.
Build
as
them
a
on
kid.
top of each other,
That's
right? Run on top of run. As Chenoweth can get the ball, and he's going to get stood up. Sometimes Chenoweth is a little patient right there. He didn't hit that hole. He kind of stayed back, and great defensive play there by Rolla as number 11, Trustin Richards, came in and stood him up. Give it a loss. They're going to say he gained 1 with forward momentum, maybe going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 5, short 6. Dawson's Mammalls watching from West Bellefonte or Harrison? What do we say?
West Bellefonte.
Come on, Dawson's Mammal. Do you say West Bellefonte or do you say Harrison? She says, number 12 almost gave me a heart attack off the gate.
Draw.
Going to be a draw as Brantley's going to shake a man. He's going to get past the 45, 50, 40, or it's Chenoweth, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Bombers. I'm assessing the field. I do not see any laundry on the field. Mountain Home, this score is going to stand 42-19 as Chenoweth takes it to the house. Everybody's kind of standing there, kind of wondering what's going on. It was kind of a weird deal.
I think there's a kid hurt for Rolla that's walking off. Maybe that was part of it. What did the announcer in West Plains was saying? There's a little mustard on the lettuce.
No mustard on the lettuce. Touchdown Bombers as Mountain Home takes a 42-19 lead with 10:04 left here in this Clay Maxey Chevrolet 4th quarter as Ballard is coming in set to kick the extra point to give us a 43-19 lead. Snap is back, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 43-19, 10:04 left in this game. Mountain Home leading. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Barkley, not to put you on the spot, but Chenoweth has to be getting close to 170, 180 yards or so.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. He is upwards of 167 yards on 18 touches. I mean, just under 10 yards a touch. This team right now, rush-wise, is just absolutely gobbling up 381 yards. That's we are within 4 yards of what they did last week at Harrison.
Wow. Good job by Chenoweth there. Just a nice draw play. Good call by Ackland. And Chenoweth made 2 guys miss, and then there was nothing. So we'll get Ballard to kick off here, kicking left to right. The wind is pretty much dead now. Looks like
there was a penalty.
Rain's done, right?
And I'm catching up right here. There was a penalty here, Russ, on that. Yeah, it was a personal foul on them. So Mountain Home is going to actually move this ball up 15 yards from where we normally could. I guess it's going to be their 45, right? So if you're Mountain Home, do you kick it deep or do you? We're just catching up here. There was a penalty on this play. I saw it at the end of the half. There's a 15-yard personal foul that is going to push the ball up to the 45-yard line of Rolla. That's where Mountain Home will be set to kick off here. 43-19 lead with 10:04 left in this Clay Maxey Chevrolet fourth quarter.
I think you let Ballard kick it through the uprights and let them start at the 20.
Absolutely.
In the NFL you get the 25, so it's a little more. It's not as much of a penalty, but here, just kick it as far as you can.
Stretch your leg out.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do right here. I agree.
Do you know
with
what the penalty was? I mean,
it said personal foul. That's all I saw. I didn't see what happened. As Ballard is going to step back and he is going to kick it deep, just like you guys called there. Out through the M and the Bombers as it rolls out of bounds. Rolla will take over this possession at the 20-yard line.
So 43-19, Rolla's down. What is that? 24 points. So 24. three scores still, but 3 the hard way. You got to think they've got to take these 10 minutes and put it in the air now.
Yeah, if you're the defensive backs for Mountain Home, you're kind of licking your chops back here. You're looking to try to see if we can get a pick 6 and take one to the house. Hey, Hopper Termite Pest Control text line. Love to see the consistency of the Bombers. We do too. I agree. Something you don't see. Smith's in shotgun here. Empty set as he's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw the ball. It's going to be a quick pass and catch out to his favorite target.
Good hit by Hunter. Looks like Talon Palmer's still out.
Colton Petersmith is going to come in and get the catch for 6 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Looks like we said earlier, Will Rawls is in for Talon.
Mountain Home with a shift as Smith is going to, they're going to call. It's going to be, it looks like some type of pre-snap penalty here as Smith is going to find his man.
Easton Smith's pass complete to number 2, Jack Morozovich.
Morozovich with the catch, but there is a flag on the play here. Let's see what the call is.
In the region of holding, right?
It was a pre-snap. The ball came out first. The penalty came right as the snap goes. So I don't know if they had too many men in the backfield. Illegal formation, illegal shift usually. That's exactly what it's going to be. Illegal shift on Rolla is going to push them back 5 yards. They will redo that play. We're going to get 2nd down and 9.
Look at that scene. You got that moon coming up right over the edge.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Red moon.
Pretty cool.
Defense is out there. This is just who you want on the field with 24-point cushion.
So replay the down. 2nd down and 9 as the ball gets pushed back to the 21-yard line. Smith takes a snap. He's looking to pass. He's going for it all. He's got a guy on a go route. It is going to be just out of the outstretched arms as they tried to find his man, Peter Smith, running down the sideline. He had a step. The pass was there and just unable to come away with it. Going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
A little too long of a pass there. So this quarter is brought to you by Clay Maxey Chevrolet. I can attest firsthand how great the service you get there. I needed a SUV this summer, and they didn't have exactly what I wanted, and went out and found it and got it here and got us a new ride. So go see those guys at Clay Maxey.
So love Stacy Thrasher from Mountain Home and Kevin Sweden from Hopper Preston Termite in Fayetteville watching from Farmington. So love that y'all guys are tuning in over there. As Smith's going to roll out, the ball's going to be thrown. It's actually through one of Mountain Home's hands. It's going to fall into a receiver's hands. He's going to stay on his feet. He's going to get brought all down as Dunlap brings him down at the 45-yard line. Man, Mountain Home looked like they had a beat on that as one of our defenders tipped it, but right into the hands of a Rolla player, and it went for a pretty decent gain as they bring the ball out to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, we got to do a better job tackling there. We're kind of hitting and not tackling. We know they're going to throw it. This is actually kind of fun as a DB because you know that they're going to air it out. As a DB, you got to know, number one, give him a little more cushion than these other guys. He's a good receiver.
Yeah, he is. He's one that has been his favorite target of tonight. So he's going to take the snap. He's going to roll his left side. And Jacob Chenoweth did exactly what you said. He tried to jump that route as he was trying to get the ball to Morozovich, and Chenoweth tried to jump it and almost came away with the pick.
Yeah, and you know 70% of their routes by just watching film, and you know their tendencies. So when you see the formation and you know what defense you have, you know if you can jump it or not. depending on what your assignment is on that particular defense.
Second down and 10 as they will snap the ball at the 47-yard line, looking to get into Mountain Home territory. Smith takes a snap, rolls to his right. He's going deep, and he has a man. Peter Smith is going to catch the ball down at the 20-yard line. Mountain Home got lost in coverage as Peter Smith catches the ball. Running down the sideline, they're going to give him all the way down to the 16-yard line.
It's the same scissors route they've been running. Rawls tried to take the inside guy and had to come back to the outside. So it's hard to know. Sometimes you switch those, and sometimes you've got a man.
It's all about communication at that point, right? Yeah.
Well, you said, Brad, this quarterback for Rolla's getting some looks from some colleges. I mean, I can tell. He's got a great arm. He's got a good pocket presence.
Big kid, throws the ball well. He's throwing the deep ball very well tonight. He's going to take the snap. He's looking, and Mountain Home brings a blitz. Looks like Ryan Rooster came in, but Smith's able to find his man again. Guess who? Peter Smith. He's going to catch the ball down inside the 10-yard line to the, let's say, by the 8-yard line. Second down and 2.
Second and 2.
Just runs a little curl there, finds him wide open.
That was a good open field tackle, too, there by 31 Will Rawls.
Got a bow up here on the inside the 10.
Smith going to roll to his left. He's getting pressured by Setzer. Setzer dives, unable to miss him. Smith's going to keep it inside the 10. He's going to get met and get brought down. Good job by Caden Del Soto preventing the touchdown, but they were able to pick up the first down as he gets down to the 2-yard line.
Clocks continue to run. We're at 7:30 here in the fourth quarter.
Chevrolet fourth quarter. I did get a text from Eric Stewart. He usually comes up here. He spent some time with us. He did give me a text. He kind of weenied out when it started raining. I know he's pure sugar. He's made of pure sugar, and he didn't want to melt. Smith is back, but I'll tell you what he said. He has a line. He's going to take Smith's going to take snap. He's going to keep it around the right side, and he's going to get stood up. Good job there by the Mountain Home defense, standing up Smith for no gain. Going to bring second down and 2. You know, last time he was here, he gave us the rock always like a rock with Chevy. Rock always beats. So here's what he gave me this time. I guess he's known for these. He said, this game has been bananas, but we ain't no Rolla back girl.
All right.
He's really working on it.
He's working on it, isn't he?
This has the smell of AI. I'm just going to say.
Prove it, Eric. Prove it that you didn't use AI. ChatGPT, give me a funny saying about Rolla. As it looks like here, Rolla's going to take a timeout as the play clock was coming down. They were about to get caught with a delay game. 43-19, 6:26 left here in this Clay Maxey Chevrolet fourth quarter.
Rush, you got your starting quarterback over here. Something happened on that last play. He's blowing chunks at the 11-yard line.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him bent over like that with his helmet on.
Think he took a shot to the gut?
I think that's why they took the timeout, because he just wasn't ready to go. That could totally change your approach here, because your backup guy may not either have the arm or have – this guy's got decent running skills too. So, I mean, if you're Mountain Home, yeah, you're in a little bit of a position here. Second and goal from about the 2.5, 3 yard line, but you're also up 3 scores. You still feel confident where you're at. Even if they score here, we can take the ball, run some clock, and get out of here with a win. But, you know, if I'm Rolla and my main quarterback's out, I'm giving it to the fullback.
34 is touching it, right? Yeah. And, I mean, let's be honest, guys. Smith has been Mr. Everything for him.
Right.
Even when he drops back to pass, he's having to roll out because he's got pressure, and he is just giving it his all and trying to see who's coming out. I don't see him coming out.
Nope,
I think
it's
34.
New quarterback. Number, whatever that is, 0 or 8 or
6, I think. Number 6 coming in for him. He's going to take the ball, and guess who we're handing it to? Yep. Fullback. Mountain Home sniffed it out, though.
He's got about a yard, maybe.
Maybe a half a yard. They're going to mark him down just inside the 2. Going to bring up third down and goal from inside the 2 yard line.
Right. Big old Brenton Setzer had him wrapped up right there. I mean, when he gets his paws on you, you're not getting out of it.
So Martin comes out. Noah Gringer comes back in. Look, they bring their starting quarterback back. I think they're running quarterback power here.
They brought their quarterback back in? Yeah, he's back 8. In. Yeah. Smith takes it, and he's going to dive, and the ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. The ball is on the ground. Mountain Home's diving for it, but I can't tell if we got it or not.
Looks like Del Soto or
17 Gus Wilbur diving down in there. Mountain Home gets the ball. Quarterback got the ball. He tried to go around the left side. The ball came out on the ground. Looked like the Emory had a chance to pick it up. It slipped through his hands, and Gus Wilbur was first to the ground. Came away with the turnover for Mountain Home. We avoid the score. 43-19, 5:39 left in this game.
Great job there by the defensive line stuffing that, and the quarterback lost the ball, and Gus took advantage of the opportunity there.
You're listening to Bombers football on Classic Hits 101.7 KCTT Yellville Mountain Home and watching on the Bomber Sports Network. Brantley's going to take a snap on the inside.
Bellamy fumbled it.
Bellamy fumbled the ball, and it is going to be back in Rolla's hands as they pick the ball up inside the 2. Mountain Home's defense going to be called upon again to get another stop.
Pretty much the exact same spot.
Yeah, it's 1st and goal from the 3. Bellamy's had some problems with the fumbling the ball. He fumbled a little bit in the JV game. He fumbled in the first game against West Plains, and this is one where you just got to hold on to the ball and watch that clock tick down.
Yeah, and that's, you never know when your number's going to be called. So if you're the 3rd string, the 4th string guy, you got to be taking every one of those reps seriously. And like I tell my son all the time, technique matters. You know, talent is one thing, but if you don't have the technique, so unfortunately there, hopefully defense gets a stop here.
Smith takes a snap. He's going to go right up the middle, and he's going to be stonewalled as Mountain Home. Dawson Dunlap going to bring him down. Looks like Caden Del Soto down there in the bottom of the pile. They're going to get no gain there. 2nd down and goal from the 2.
I think they lost a bit. I'm kind of surprised they're just running the sneak from the 2. You know, that's a decent amount of yardage.
At least he's not KJ Jefferson trying to jump over the pile and sticking the ball out. Yeah, Barkley.
And then this is a hard thing, Russ. The defense was out here, had a great stop, and then it's like, hey, I need you back again. That's a hard thing to ask.
It's the emotional roller coaster of football.
Smith takes a snap. He's going to hand it to fullback this time, and they're going to get in. 2-yard touchdown run for Hayden Emery as Rolla capitalizes on the mistake from Mountain Home and the fumble at the deep in their own territory. Going to be 43-25 with 4:57 left here in this Clay Maxey Chevrolet 4th quarter.
So if my math's right, if they go for 2 here, they get it down to 2 scores, right? Because
like you said, it's going to be 4 at one point, right?
So, and you're going to get an onside kick, so you get your hands team ready.
So Rolla going for 2, just like we talked about from the 3. They've had like 7 plays from the 3 in the last
the
minute of game clock.
Like, I only I have to get a timeout. They're going to burn one right here.
They are going to have to. The play clock was about to go down on them. They are going to take a timeout before this 2-point conversion. 43-25, Mountain Home leading, 4:57 left here in the Clay Maxey Chevy 4th quarter.
Yeah, I mean, so that's what you get in the early season, okay? Everyone, you get a touchdown, everyone's go, oh, extra point, let me go get a drink of water. If you notice, number 1, their best receiver is over there drinking the water. They're like, where's he at? Oh, dang, we're going for 2. Oh, next thing you know, you're down to 6 seconds. You got to take a timeout.
Yeah, those are things that you're going to watch on film, and, you know, it's easier to watch those things on film when you win the game, right?
Right.
And then when you're down, those are the hard things when you're like, we're still in this game. If we can get a onside kick.
But number 1, mentally, you weren't in it, so, you know, it's and that's learning. We're still in the 1st quarter of the year, but those are little things that add up and drive coaches crazy and keep them up at night.
Yeah, and like you said a minute ago, Brad, this is like the 10th play inside the 5-yard line. I mean, the defense is doing what it's been asked, you know. I mean, eventually at some point it's got to break down, and that's a tall ask.
So Smith is going to be under center. Emery behind him. It's going to be a pass. They'll throw the ball up, and they're going to just throw it, and it's going to land about out of the end zone. Looks like they try to catch Mountain Home sleeping right there, and the ball was not thrown anywhere near as the point is unsuccessful. 43-25, 4:57 left in the game. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7.
Yeah, right there. Rolla tried to run a little arrow route or whip where the guy kind of looks like he's going in and then it's shoots straight out. But Talon Palmer's right there is actually a pretty bad throw. Didn't even get a chance to catch it. I'm not sure their quarterback's at 100% now. He just doesn't look the same. But you're right. Something happened on that tackle over there if he got hit in the stomach or what went on. But here's where you're probably going to get your hands team. You're probably going to get a onside kick. Everyone's making sure their hands are dry.
some of these onside kicks where you just try to find the hole or try to get that big bounce, right?
You know, you have 3 or 4 different onside kicks. So looks like they're kicking it to the right here. And he's trying to get that second big bounce, not kick it out of bounds, give himself a chance.
Nice catch right there. That onside kick did happen. They got that first big bounce, and it happened right in front of
Davis.
Yeah, Dayton Davis with a great catch at midfield. Mountain Home does recover the onside kick with 4:57 left in this Clay Maxey Chevrolet fourth quarter. Mountain Home leading 43-25. We're up 3 scores here with the ball. You just got to hang on to the ball. And you got Jacob Chenoweth back in here with Brantley. I think a heavy dose of runs, what you're going to see as Chenoweth takes the ball 50. Gets out to the 45. Look at the big boy road grading out in front of him out there. He's going to get out past the 45 to the 44-yard line of Rolla. Bring up second down and 4.
Yeah, you're going to get a good dose of Chenoweth, and then you're going to see Brantley pull one here. Looks like he could pull it and go down the short side over there.
He did pull it. Good call there, Russ Romo-esque, as Brantley's making men miss. He's going to dive out past the 40. You're going to give him the 40-yard line. It is touching the line. I think that's going to be enough for first down yardage. Sure enough is. They're going to move the chains. Mountain Home first down and 10 at the Rolla 40.
With 4.5 minutes left, you just got to lean on this clock. Lean on this clock. Don't get anybody injured. Do everything right and get out of this game.
Ball security. You know, the only way really you feel like you can't come away with the win is with turnover, you know. But we're not in any hurry. They're going to have to get a stop before they probably use any of their timeouts, you know.
Going to take the snap. Chenoweth going to stay in the middle.
Jacob Chenoweth on the carry. Brought down by number 21 of the Bulldogs.
So, second down and 7 now. Again, in no hurry. Here we see Dunlap for the first time on offense.
Yeah, Dunlap finally coming back out there on offense as Mountain Home going to bring up second down and 7 at the 37-yard line. Mountain Home content to just let this clock go down as it's 3:30 left in this Clay Maxey Chevrolet fourth quarter.
And you don't want to get the play in too soon because no one can wait that long.
Yeah.
You know, bad things just happen.
He's going to hit the over the steps of tackle. He's at the 5. He gets tripped up, dives for the end zone, going to come up just short at the 2-yard line. What a burst of speed. That's what having someone who runs the ball hard up the middle like that. You know, they've been used to Chenoweth being patient, and all of a sudden Dunlap's like, shoom, he's gone.
And if I'm acting, you got to give it to him 4 times right here.
Yeah.
You know, he's a senior. He's one of your hardest workers on the team. They have to kick him out of the gym. I think that you got to feed him right here.
Brantley going to be in shotgun and does exactly what you said. Dunlap avoids a tackle, stays on his feet, drags a guy in, says, you ain't pulling me down. Touchdown, Bombers. Dawson Dunlap, 2-yard run with 2:46 left in the game, making it 49-25. Mountain Home looking to put a 50-burger up here from Rolla.
50 burgers. We'll have to get our research staff looking at the last time we put up 50 points.
I thought we did it earlier. It was West Plains one. It was last year we did, right?
I don't know.
Early in the year last year, I believe we did.
We'll have to get our extensive staff working on that.
So back for the extra point for Mountain Home. The kick is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good by Ballard. That puts us at the half-century mark, 50-25, 2:46 left in the game. You're listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7, watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Great effort there by Dawson Dunlap. The first 2 carries we see him get tonight. One breaks one for, what was that, about 40 yards, and the other one's the touchdown. Good to see him back out there running the ball hard. He's a fun player to watch because you get 100% every snap with Dunlap, and he's got that, as coaches would say, he's got that motor that you can't teach.
Right, yeah, he runs the ball hard for sure.
So it's good to see that. So now we're going to get a kickoff, and you're going to get them slinging it, throwing it deep, trying to figure out a way to get back on the scoreboard if you're Rolla. But if you're Mountain Home, you obviously like where you're at because there's just not enough time. 2:46 left in the fourth quarter. They had to burn a timeout on their 2-point conversion, so they're down to 2 timeouts here.
So our extensive stat man said last year we beat Siloam. Decon coming through over here. The pilot of the Bomber Sports Network said we beat Siloam 51-14. So as Mountain Home kicks the ball off, it is going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. He's going to rush get the ball outside the 25. Going to get brought down. Nice tackle by Ryan Rusher out there, about to the 30-yard line. They're going to say the 29. They're going to start there.
So Talon Palmer's back out. Looks like he's doing better. Good to see that.
Yeah, and this is when you're going to see some of these younger guys start to get some work, start to get some experience.
Yeah, you got Connor Huff on the defensive line now. Ryan Rusher in for Mountain Home. Backside, they're going to stay with that because I think they know the
well, you know what's coming.
Passing's coming, right?
It. Yeah.
They got their eyes lit. They're going to try to get a pick six right here, I think. They're going to take Smith's going to take the snap. It's going to be a high throw to Peter Smith, and Peter Smith is going to catch it. But it's going to be all for about a 2-yard gain as Smith took a shot right there by Aaron Martin. Smith took a shot after Peter Smith took a shot as he grabbed the ball. Like I said, a 3-yard gain and bring up 2nd down and 7 out to the 32-yard line.
Not a great throw there. That guy was wide open. He threw it so high he couldn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, but if you had Aaron Martin bearing down on you, wouldn't you throw it high?
Unsure.
I would. Smith's going to roll to his right. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw back across his body.
Palmer.
Almost picked off by Palmer. He read it, but the pass is going to be completed. Nice passing catch right at the. No, they're going to say they're going to say incomplete. I'm sorry. I thought he dove down to get it.
3rd and 7.
My old eyes are failing me.
Bomber Nation,
3rd down and 7 at the 32. 1:56 left in this Clay Maxey Chevrolet. Once again, Eric Stewart, their general manager, great guy, great family. His wife Taylor's got 4 kids. Clay's got a couple kids in the system, and just a great all-around. Just invested in our community. Good people. Go see them if you need any rides. As Smith's going to take the snap, he's going to keep it up the middle. Blake Vacco's going to meet him. Aaron Martin's going to grab him at his feet. They're going to bring him down at the 35-yard line. 4th down and 4. 1:44 left in this game.
A little bit of an interesting call there. You need to run a quarterback draw. It's probably going to cost you 25 or 30 seconds to do that.
I can't tell. Are they going to punt this ball? It looks like they're bringing.
No, surely not.
Nope, they're not. Smith is still out there, man. He's taking a beating. That's one tough kid for Rolla.
He reminds me a lot of the West Plains kid, you know, just in stature and the way he carries himself.
Mountain Home will take over on down at the 35-yard line of Rolla, leading 50-25. 1:15 left in this game. Looks like 3 kneel snaps and kneel down should be able to do it for Mountain Home.
Victory formation.
What a
out here, and 3 wins in a row. Start the season 3-0. Trying to figure out too. I had a sheet that had all kinds of stats that my man Dylan sent me. I was going to see when the last time we started 3-0 was as well. I was trying to look that up, but I can't find that now.
132 yards on the ground.
Wow.
48 rush attempts, 9 yards a carry. Your main workhorse being Chenoweth, 20 touches, 3 touchdowns, and 176 yards.
Great game. I love to see Jacob back with that same tenacity. I think last year he was battling some injuries and wasn't quite what he was his sophomore year, but this year he's been really impressive. And when you get the 1-2-3 punch of him and Barrett Miller and Dawson Dunlap, you got some stuff to lean on in the ground game.
So once again, Decon came through with our stats. We dive all the way back to the last time we started 3-0. To the 2023 season. Sorry, it was last year. Last year. So my memory fails me as Brantley takes the snap, kneels on the ball. 27 seconds left on the clock as Mountain Home is going to win this game 50-25. Mountain Home's going to win this game 50-25 as the clock's down to 17. Hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay tuned and keep up with us as we are about to go into our Berg We're about to go into our post game, brought to you by Berg Builders. We appreciate everything you guys have done and listened to us. Mountain Home is going to come away with a 50-25 win here against the Rolla Bulldogs. We're about to take our Berg Builder post game show. You've been listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network.
Want to know where you can find great deals on clothing, furniture, home decor, household goods, toys, and more? It's the Salvation Army Thrift Store. Whether you're helping out by donating to the thrift store or by shopping, you're making a real difference in the lives of our neighbors. Stop by the Salvation Army Thrift Store on Highway 201 North in Mountain Home today to find great deals on all of the essentials. That's the Salvation Army Thrift Store, located on Highway 201 North in Mountain Home.
ASC Warranty is proud to support the Mountain Home Bombers. ASC Warranty provides dealers with vehicle protection plans for any vehicle in their inventory. ASC Warranty's greatest assets are the people that make up the ASC team. The work ethic and dedication to consistently superior services provided by all of their employees are second to none. ASC Warranty is proud to say the Bombers have the same values. ASC Warranty is one of your biggest fans. They will be cheering you on every step of the way. Go Bombers!
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you would do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent James Boyette will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you would do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent James Boyette in Mountain Home today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
FNBC is excited to announce their new Sapphire Plus checking account. Earn 4% annual percentage yield on up to $20,000 by simply using your debit card 15 times and receiving a direct deposit each statement cycle. You'll also earn 1% APY on funds above $20,000. Stop by one of their convenient locations.
Then we come out the second half and double those pass yards to 432. The rush yards to 432, excuse me. The pass yards, we didn't do much there passing in the second half, but we really leaned on that run game. You mentioned all the running backs, so you were were designed runs. So I think that they have got a 4 or 5 headed monster back there where it's just next man up, feed them the rock, get downhill.
Yeah, and I think, Russ called it. He's down actually trying to get us for someone. I see him down there trying to get that for us. But, I think it's awesome that he said you're going to hand the ball, and all of a sudden you're going to keep it. And then all of a sudden you're going to bring Dawson Dunlap in, and it's like, holy cow, where did that come from? He's past your linebackers before you know it.
Really did a good job. Ended up getting that touchdown in those last couple yards when he got tripped up at the end zone. But just all around, and even so, Miller wasn't an impact tonight. It was everybody else in the event that Miller wasn't able to perform. So
yeah, we saw him go down a little bit with some type of injury. We'll see what that shakes out and what that looks like for him. I didn't see him in defense either, so I don't know if they were just kind of nursing it and just kind of letting him get by with that a little bit and get a game in. But I'll tell you what, this is going to set up a huge, huge game next week. Conference season starts. We're heading to Fort Smith Southside. It's going to be a battle. First conference game. I think they were playing Little Rock. Let me see if my man Matt back there was sending me some scores earlier. Fort Smith Southside leads Little Rock Southwest 24-12 in the final quarter.
Okay.
So it wasn't like they were in a battle down there themselves with Little Rock Southwest. Don't know much about them. Hadn't heard a lot about them, but I know this is a team that beat Fort Smith Northside on the final play and went down and played a really bad Central team. I think they've lost 40-something games in a row, so I'm not sure how much they've been tested. Anyways, it is one of those ones where Mountain Home's going to go over there. If you can get a win and start 1-0 in conference, especially against one of those teams you're battling out, sets up a huge matchup coming back here in 2 weeks.
It's just next game up. That's what Ari said before this game. I said, have you had any trouble with the players looking forward to your conference slate? And he says, no, man, they're dialed in focus. It's next game up.
That is awesome. That's great to hear. So we, once again, we are at the Berg Builders post-game show. We're waiting for, look like Dr. Rawls maybe caught Cheney down there, Jacob Chenoweth. Give us some numbers. What did Chenoweth finish with?
So Chenoweth ended up finishing the night, by my numbers, with 20 touches for 176 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Those numbers are going to get you some awards. You're going to get some of those awards if you put out those numbers every week. But like I said, everybody between Dunlap, between Chenoweth, Phillips, then go on down to Bellamy. Everybody got to play a little bit today.
That's awesome. All right, we do have Dr. Ross. He is down on the field with Jacob Chenoweth. Let's see if you're there, Russ.
Hey, I'm here with Jacob Chenoweth. 50-25 win over Rolla. You had 3 touchdowns, I think something like 170 plus yards. Tell us about the game.
I mean, we just got to play our hardest. We went out there. We weren't doubting ourselves. We played good for Coach Airy.
Right. Good job. I saw that old running style we saw from your sophomore year tonight. It was pretty exciting. So next week's conference play, got to go to Fort Smith Southside. Tell us what you're looking for there.
Confidence is key. I mean, we're looking to go in there. It's a road game, so we got to prepare ourselves. We got a week.
All right, so you got a week to prepare for a win on the road to start 4-0. And what did Coach just say? They hadn't done that since 2011. Is that what he said?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, great game tonight, Jacob. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Russ. Glad to have you down there with Jake. Jack, glad to have you in our booth with us, Barkley. We'll do this next week. Hey, Berg Builders post-game show. If you need any building and design, reach out to Jason Berg. He can set you up. He can fix you up with your dream home. Maybe you've always wanted to build. Maybe you want to sell. Market's been pretty decent. Maybe you want to sell and try to build a house right now. Jason can hook you up. Jason Ashley, his wife, they are, and once again, part of this community, part of these schools. They have kids that are in the schools. Love to have our community support within this football program. Barkley, it was awesome tonight. Our man Tobias will be back off the ship next week with us. We will be in Fort Smith Southside, where at that point we hope to go 1-0 for the Mountain Home Bombers. Barkley, it was enjoyable, man.
Man, it was a great night. Great night to be a Bomber. The moon's high in the sky. I can't imagine anything better.
Nope. Mountain Home pulls away today 50-25 against the Rolla Bulldogs. You've been listening to Bomber Sports on Classic Hits 101.7 and watching on Bomber Sports Network. We'll see you next week. Same time, different place. Go Bombers.
Go Bombers.
Do you want me to do it solo or you want Barkley to jump in with me?
Can I put that other one? I can hear him. Can you hear me?
What?
Can you hear me?
Oh, man, I'm so loud. Hold on. This has got to be something different than this. Hello, hello.
Oh.
Oh, my God. You're coming into, oh, you're over here. Wait, it's right here. There you are, right there. Oh, yeah, that's way better.
You're a dentist.
I'm a dentist. I'm not
an AV guy.
No.
Okay.
Listen to
I can't hear me in here.
I got you down here now.
Oh,
check,
glory.
Check. This is you here.
Okay.
Then this one,
know what that one's going to be. Oh, he's on mute. That's why you can't hear it here. Now you can hear it here.
Yeah, I got
He was
you
on
now.
mute. Yeah,
Oh
that
my
way
God.
better.
So much better.
You're right here.
Dude, my ears have been bleeding.
This is where you've been.
It's so loud.
All right, Matt.
What is this? The pregame intro?
Yeah, just hyping up next week's game.
Okay.
Yeah, were we loud last time? No, sorry. Yeah, there's nobody in here.
Do you want me to take that mic out of the window? Does that help?
We're muted. We're muted on it. It's muted.
Okay.
All right, so we got 30 seconds, Barkley.
Okay.
Basically, we'll just say, hey, it's Brad's Barkley. Our man Tobias will be back with us next week. We'll be in Fort Smith, Southside for a huge conference.